episode 10 of the official Tierlist podcast. Let's get that lo-fi going. I did thankfully find a Dragon Ball lo-fi, so that's pretty epic. How's everybody doing this Sunday morning? Well, afternoon. I don't know why I said morning. I know Tommy just went live, so unfortunate timing on my end, but I guess it do be like that sometimes. And I think Tom is live too, so, you know, it be like that. We gotta, you know, the show must go on, right? And regardless, if anybody's interested, they can watch in the future. So today, we're going to be covering the Dragon Ball Sagas. We've got all the sagas. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check this list, actually. It will be quite sad if we don't. Willie Mac told me he's going to be a little bit late, but he will be joining us shortly. I think he said about 5 minutes ago it would be 8 minutes, which is very specific, so that makes me think it will be 8 minutes. Let me show you guys here. There you go. Yeah, Chala Head Chala. Honestly, that is a great opening. I was contemplating playing Rock the Dragon or that instrumental opening that DBZ has. You know, the that's a good one too. But, you know, figured I'd just go with classic. Let me say hi to everyone in chat. Nexa, Grimsy, which I believe is hello or hallow. I forgot. Now I'm starting to forget your name. We got Fua, and I think I saw someone else earlier. At 30, yeah. So yeah, we've got here. Let's see. We've got the Pilaf Saga, Tournament Saga, Red Ribbon Arby Saga, General Blue Saga, Commander Red Saga, Fortune Teller Baba. At the end, you should play Battle of Omega. It's by the same singer. Well, I was actually going to close with Don Don Kokoro, because even though GT has its problems, I think that opening is one of the best things to come out of GT. Don Don Kokoro is unironically an amazing song. But I do appreciate the suggestion, Nexa. We got the TN Saga, King Piccolo, Piccolo Jr., Raditz, Vegeta. Barely read it is the issue here. Namek, Captain Ginyu, Frieza, Garlic Jr. That's gonna be low. Trunks, Android, Imperfect Cell, Perfect Cell, Cell Games, Otherworld, Great Saiyaman. What else? What is this? I really can't read it. The World Tournament Saga, Majin Buu. Fusion? Is that what it says? Kid Buu. Fight It Out is the best Dragon Ball song. Fight It Out. I don't know if I know that one. Kid Buu. Peaceful Times, which isn't really a saga. That's just the ending of the show. Let's actually plop that at the end. Black Star. Baby. 17. The Shadow Dragons. And then we got God of Destruction, Golden Frieza, Universe 6, Copy Vegeta. Oh my god, that's like, I think that is the worst saga, actually. Future Trunks, the Universe Survival, Broly, Galactic Patrol. That's probably in the manga, which I'm not up to date with. And then I think that's the newest one. So it doesn't have the new movie, which might be for the best because the movie's kind of meh. The best Dragon Ball song is Ginyu Toku Sentai, Toku Sentai. That one. Bro, the Ginyus, bro. Seeing how I can kill more time here. Shit, that was Roshi. Bro, I keep, every now and again, I see people shit talking. It's the third Z Kai English opening. Oh, I've never watched Dragon Ball Z Kai. What about the Dragon Ball Evolution Saga? Well, we don't talk about that, Fua. Alright? Very, very much not something we want to talk about, okay? Oh, Willie just entered the Discord, so he's just gotta... We just gotta wait for him to hop on in. Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy boy?
Nothing much, man. I'm here. I was just about to get started on the tier list.
Hell yeah, let's get rolling. Hold on, let me grab a water real quick.
All right, no problem. By the way, chat, as always, if you have any questions you want to ask Willy, just go ahead and I've already pinned the tweet here. Just go ahead, click on that, leave a comment there. I know Nexa already actually asked a question in that, so.
I'll answer. Give me 1 second though.
Okay. Another great song is Hiro Kibo no Uta from Battle of the Gods. I think I know that one. I can't remember. I can't remember most of the DBZ songs off the top of my head. What I grew up most with was the Bruce Falconer, I think is his name. That soundtrack is the one I grew up with. One of my favorite tracks being the Super Saiyan Vegeta track and the Cell track. Those are both awesome tracks.
Oh, I see. I'm very sorry to hear that. Hey, I've got a great idea. Why don't you come to stay with me on my island?
I'm kind of glad the whole lo-fi thing got on, because it gives you so many options on like just having good background music, because lo-fi is so simplistic that I feel like you'd have to just be contrarian to just be like, oh yeah, lo-fi is a terrible genre. Like lo-fi, I'm not saying lo-fi is an amazing genre, I'm just saying it's there and it's more than sufficient to just be in the background. And I think that's what its intent is meant to be. At least lo-fi remixes, that is. Lo-fi music itself can produce pretty good music. Oh look, there we have the contrarian. It's Teddy. Oh, let me untangle my wire here. Alright, there we go. I'll take Teddy, so true.
Okay, buddy boy.
What's up?
It is time.
Yeah. I do this as a formality. Do you want to just let the chat know what you do on your YouTube channel?
I do drama videos
Base.
and retrospective videos. When it comes to not when it just comes to internet stuff. So it's a good time over there. It's fun.
I'd still say my favorite of your retrospective videos is the Monkey Jones one.
I agree. I think that's by far the best one I've ever made.
And then one of your more recent videos I really liked was the Keffels one.
Oh man, it's because that is such like a wild story, you know, like she's such a, kind of this crazy controversial figure that's gotten into like such deep shit.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think that's one of my favorites just in terms of like.
Did you hear, Destiny got word that she just got the cease and desist from him?
I did. That's actually in my new video that I'm dropping tomorrow probably.
Nice. Dude,
yeah, I'm just waiting on the sponsor to get back to me.
Right. It was kind of funny. The last parody I did, well, I just dropped one a few days ago on a topic that no one in our community would really get. But it was commissioned, so I decided to drop it. I think it came out all right. But the last one I did was on Keffels, and I got like one DM being like, yo, is Keffels the reason you haven't posted a parody in a while? And I had to be like, no, it's because I'm working on music with my band. I haven't had time.
Yeah, no, it's because she has like done a lot of silencing when it comes to people.
Yeah.
Like I think like in terms of videos I've made, she's probably one of the longest videos I've ever made. But I don't feel like my jokes in that video or anything like that is all that special. But the story is so good, it's become like one of my favorite videos.
No, yeah, that's specifically why I picked the song I picked, because I'm like, look, I can't be called transphobic if I'm calling her a woman the entire song. Like, that's easy.
True. So I love Dragon Ball. I've watched everything from like original Dragon Ball Z to all the new stuff to all of Super. Like I fucking love the show. I love the series. I'm total nerd about it. I've even watched like the abridged shit.
Yeah, dude. Girl, I grew up with that abridged shit. I think I was in high school when it was coming out.
Did you? So like I didn't actually watch the abridged stuff until probably I was just out of college. I was like finally like I was always aware of it, but I never actually like sat down and watched all of it until I was out of college. But dude, yeah, and I think it's great. Those guys did amazing work, the Team 4-star team.
Yeah.
If I got like a YouTube bucket list, doing an abridged series is one of the things, you know?
What I always appreciated about the abridged stuff is because I've always had an interest in like wanting to be an actor, and that eventually turned into wanting to be a voice actor. So yeah, same thing here. If I could do an abridged series, I don't even. The thing is like all the good ones. I guess a Naruto abridged series would be good because I don't think there's a good one of
I don't
those.
think there's that many. Like, look, I think the Dragon Ball one is by far the best abridged series, but I think there's still like, if you want to go do your own take on that, I think it's still totally there.
Yeah, you know,
especially since those guys are done. You know,
yeah,
like they've said they're
Saga.
done. So, you know, I've thought about doing recently is One Piece.
Oh,
you know,
that's so like, I haven't even seen the whole thing because it's a lot.
Yeah, I haven't seen the whole thing either, right?
But
I think there's like a lot with
yeah, there's a lot there. Final Fantasy VII Machina Abridged is fantastic. I haven't seen that.
What is it called?
Final Fantasy VII Machina Abridged, I think is how it's pronounced.
No, I haven't seen it, but I just beat the original PS1 game. Like not that long ago, probably like 6 months ago. It's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, I played it when COVID was like at the height of the lockdown.
Yeah, no, dude, similar.
I thankfully I never had to stop working because of my job basically is I'm like I do security, so depending on where I work, it's like contract, like I gotta be there unless the weather, like because you know hurricanes, unless the weather doesn't permit or unless I'm too sick, I cannot, like I have to go to work. So throughout the whole lockdown I did go to work, but in the meantime when I couldn't hang out with friends and stuff, I did play Final Fantasy 7 and 8 for the first time. Awesome games. I still haven't beaten the remake yet though. I gotta get to that.
I've never done the remake just because I don't own like a PS4 anymore or any of that shit.
Right.
But just like, dude, the PS1 game holds up so fucking well. I was like, once I beat it, I was like, dude, there's no way the remake is as good as this shit. It's so fucking good.
Well, the thing with the remake is I've played quite a bit of the remake.
The part where you dress up as a girl and you sneak into the club is fucking class.
Yeah. Still, like, I haven't even gotten to that part yet, because I know that, basically, I know the first of the remakes takes place all in Midgar, so...
Oh, right, because it's not the whole game, right?
Yeah, but that's because so the thing is, it's... Alright, I don't know, do you care if I spoil what it is?
No, not at all.
So what it actually is, Final Fantasy VII Remake is technically a sequel to Advent Children.
I don't know what Advent Children is.
Advent Children is the Final Fantasy VII movie that came out. It was the one that made
Cloud. Oh, okay.
Like, it was like Cloud.
So it's sort of like a Final Fantasy 15 thing?
Kind of. So basically, it's like throughout the game, Cloud is getting these flashbacks or flash forwards of things that happened in the old game that he shouldn't know yet based on this timeline. And every time the story tries to deviate from the original, there are these like black shrouded creatures that are trying to prevent you from changing what happened in the original game. And by the end of the game, you defeat this shroud. And now that basically means that starting from this point forward, the story can change. Things can change from the original.
Yeah, so it's not really a sequel, or it's not really a remake, it's like its own thing.
Yeah, it's like a sequel / remake. Like, I think it's kind of like you need to play the original to appreciate it, but you wouldn't have had to play the original to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, people who haven't played, man, that original PS1 game is amazing.
Oh, no,
front to back.
Yeah, the funny thing is, the first time I ever knew who Cloud was because I played Kingdom Hearts 1 when I was a kid, and Cloud was in that. And he had
Same, dude. I didn't really know any of that shit, like who he was until he was in like, Kingdom Hearts I played as a kid, and then Smash and shit, you know.
Yeah, dude. His design in that first Kingdom Hearts game, I still think is like one of the most badass designs. Like, it's so over the top.
Dude, well, it's like I was always like, dude, who are these fucking cool anime people in Kingdom Hearts? I never fucking knew. Like, I never had any like recognition or connection to that shit at all.
Yeah, and then Dragon Ball Z. So, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z when I was a little kid, and then when my older sister stopped watching it, I was also like, yeah, I don't want to watch it either. So then, I think I was in middle school when I played Budokai 3, and immediately was hooked back into Dragon Ball. I'm like,
Dude, Budokai 3 is
love
like
this
one of the
shit.
best video games, like fucking for
down.
Dragon Ball ever.
Dude, I was so good at that game, bro. Like, me and my little brother would play it all the time.
Yeah, that game was banger, dude. Like when it came to me liking it, I always liked it because you'd be watching television and then it would automatically be like, it would always be like a fucking Frieza episode on. It's like they're fighting for their life and shit. And I remember being like, dude, this is so fucking cool, so badass. You know, I saw Krillin explode. I was like, fuck, this is like amazing, right? And then I was watching one day and my dad walked in. And it was when he was on Snake Row, and he runs into Princess whatever her fucking name is, the blue face girl. And it showed Goku's ass, because he was like taking a bath in lava or water or whatever the fuck it was. And my dad was like, you cannot watch this show. I do not like that you watch this shit. He never stopped me from watching it, but he just did not like it.
That's funny. No, I remember.
It was like a grown man's ass on fucking television.
Something similar happened when I was, so again, middle school. I would go to this like this recreational place during the summer, and there would be this like library. It was like an ice cream truck, but for books. It was like this mobile library that would pass by, and they would have manga in there. So I'd be like, oh, let me read Dragon Ball. And one of the counselors saw me reading Dragon Ball, and it was a page where Goku as a kid is like taking a piss. And you know, standards back then in Japan, they literally
it just shows his little wiener.
Yeah, and they were like, they fucking confiscated it, and I was like, no.
So
Like,
get this.
Page.
like to my dad, and it makes sense. It makes sense when I think about it too, right? To my dad, when we like, if the original Dragon Ball was on, or like The Simpsons or whatever, and it showed like a wiener, right, of like a kid, it wasn't a big deal because it was like, oh, well, that's just like a kid being naked, which is normal, right?
Yeah.
Like in real life, like you see a kid running around naked, it's like, well, whatever. He's a fucking little kid. He's a toddler, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that it was a grown man was a big deal, which is funny because in today's world, like it's the complete opposite.
Yeah. Now if like, I guarantee if like, not guarantee, but I bet there is someone nutty enough on Twitter to be like, we need to cancel the original Dragon Ball. It has
It
has child pornography in it.
Yeah, because they would view it as like a pornography thing, not just like innocent, a kid being a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, next is saying, have you played Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Fighter Z? I have.
That game's
It's
awesome.
like a real fighting game though. It's kind of too complicated for me.
I can't get like, the thing with me is, even though the meme in my channel is that I always say I'm amazing at video games. I'm really bad at most of the games I play. I'm only good at Kingdom Hearts, really. But, because I've been playing that my whole life. But
Yeah.
Fighter Z, I could play it. I like it. It's fun as hell, but I couldn't get competitive with it. It's
I loved fucking Nappa in it. No, I couldn't get competitive. Like, I feel like traditional fighting games like that, they're just like a little out of my league. Like, you got to spend a lot of time on them to be like get good at them.
People talking
you know?
about, oh, this attack has 5 frames. It's like, wait, what the? It's like,
Yeah.
it's too much for me, dude.
Yeah, I'm there with Melee. I'm not ready to be there with any other game.
Yeah, for me, it's like, the thing is, like, for me, like, Smash Bros. Is something that I can get into. Smash Bros., the funny thing is, I really was ready to get competitive with it when Sora came out, but it kind of collectively, everyone in my friend group, including myself, once Sora came out and there was no more DLC coming out, we all stopped playing Smash Bros. Like, we'll play it.
I never really, like, I used to play, like, Ultimate a lot, and then, like, I just didn't like the combo game in it as much as, like Melee's. I just thought it was so much more fun.
Yeah.
You know, because there's just a lot more hits done in that.
Yeah. And then Budokai 3 and Budokai Tenkaichi. So the thing is, my perfect Dragon Ball game, personally, in those styles back then, which Kakarot kind of does in a way, but not really.
No, I haven't played that one, dude. I was so pumped for it, and then I just never got the chance. Like, I never had the time to actually go play it, but I was so pumped for Kakarot.
If you can get it at a discount, it's worth it. But otherwise, it's like, the problem with Kakarot is they clearly put so much effort into the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga, but I felt, and I think I'm right about this, so if you know anything about Kakarot, basically most of the time it has decent graphics, but then for certain cutscenes it looks literally like ripped off from the original anime. Like, it's insane. It looks so
That's
good.
kind of cool though. That's great, right?
That is great, but the problem is that I felt like starting in the Cell Saga, there was a lot of really important scenes that weren't done that way, and then in the Boo Saga, even less so. So I feel like what happened with that is the same thing that I think happened with the Spyro remakes, where Spyro Run looks amazing. All of them look amazing. Spyro 1 looks amazing. All the dragons have their own unique designs. All the enemies have their own unique designs. It's really like they went all out. And then 2 and 3, they must have either ran out of time or they just didn't polish it as well, because then you have more generic looking characters. It looks like they didn't really... Oh yeah, they didn't do Final Flash. Look, perfect example. They didn't animate Final Flash in that special way.
That's like the biggest scene from that saga, dude. Besides Gohan.
Yeah, so there's like... And there was like, because when I was playing it, like the gameplay is all right. It's pretty fun. It's kind of like the Xenoverse games mixed with like RPG.
I thought the Xenoverse games were both pretty good.
They were decent.
I played both
I
of
really
those.
did like making my own character.
Yeah.
That show was fun. Like just giving my character fucking the Goku's one-handed Kamehameha and then a Final Flash finisher. It's like, it's just cool.
Yeah, I agree. I
Kakarot's
thought that was fun.
Did you ever play Sagas?
I never played Sagas. The big one I
Trash.
played as a kid was Budokai 2 and 3.
That was yeah, I played those. I had all.
And I thought both of them were like really. I thought both of them were really really good. Honestly, like two's combat was kind of bad because it was broken in the fact that you could just keep kicking people forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought they were both really good. I think Dragon Ball's actually been a series where there's been quite a few like really solid games. Like the Tenkaichi games aren't bad.
Tenkaichi 1 was super rough, but by the time they got to Tenkaichi 3, it was really good. One thing that I really liked in Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and Budokai 3 was the story modes were so cool. The way you got to fly around the world and go through the story, I loved that shit.
Have you had like have they done a fucking what's it called? Like they had like an old Dragon Ball. Like they had the old ones on like the Game Boy that were apparently pretty good, and like a couple on DS that are pretty good, and like
Legacy of Goku, that one's terrible. Then there's Legacy of Goku 2, that one's decent. But the sequel to that was Boo's Fury. That was an awesome game. I actually have somewhere in my room. I have the old game came with like a little poster. I had that hung up in my room a long time ago. And
yeah, man.
I still have the cartridge. That game was really, really good.
Like they even have the like I recently made fuck, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like essentially that Friday the 13th game, but Dragon Ball with Cell.
Oh yes, I did hear about that. As much as I like the idea that
it kind of looks like shit, but it also looks kind of fun.
No, I saw Critical playing it, and it looked quite bad. I'm happy that the developers are trying new ideas out, but I feel like it was just like such a wacky concept. It's like, okay,
dude, it's a stupid concept.
You gotta wait for Goku.
Like those, the funny thing about the Dragon Ball games is none of them have ever had big budgets besides maybe Kakarot. All of them have had really fucking small budgets, and there's still been a lot of bangers though.
Yeah, the reason for that is because they do have to wait, like, they have to pump out a game every, like, year or two. And that's kind of like the same issue that Pokemon has, where Pokemon has to pump out a game every 3 years, apparently. Well, of the main ones, that is.
Yeah.
I wish the gaming industry was more in, like, environment where you could just hold off on making a game. Like, I know people that are huge fans of Kingdom Hearts, including myself, were like, holy shit, we've waited 13 years for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Waited forever. Dude, the worst is 3 never came out on a fucking platform I had, dude. I got rid of my PlayStation by then.
Yeah.
I have a Switch and a PC, and it's not on either, dude. I'm so bummed.
Yeah. Well, now Kingdom Hearts is on PC, but it's through Epic
Is
Games,
it?
I think. Yeah.
What's it through?
Epic Games.
What? I didn't know that. Okay, that's good to know.
I know it's online now because I know a shit ton of mods started bursting through once it came online.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we begin?
Yeah, let's begin. All right. It was
wow.
already
This even
mostly
has
organized.
GT on it. Oh my god.
Yeah, we could talk about that. But the Pilaf Saga, I think that's a really solid start to the whole story.
So I'm actually become like Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball is kind of interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of off-putting when you first watch it, especially that first season. Because like Bulma just full on at 16 flashes Master Roshi.
Oh,
like you see her ass and everything, right? And there's a lot of stuff like that which is a hair off-putting. When you finish it and then you watch all of Z and stuff, it just becomes like really endearing.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's funny. I think for like a fresh start as a newcomer, it can be pretty spooky where it's like kind of got that weird Japanese shit in it. I'd put it at C.
C? I was thinking of like a B.
I could cut B. Yeah, we could do B.
Let's do that. Yo, what's up, Ghost Shark? Yeah, my opinion on like Dragon Ball in general is like when I was a kid, I preferred Z because Z has all the action, all the cool shit in it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think just like Dragon Ball as an adventure, I actually started rewatching it. I didn't finish my rewatch, but I started rewatching it, and this saga, the Tournament Saga, was where I was like, okay, this is like some top tier shit. Like
the original Dragon Ball has some shit that is legitimately better than a lot of Z.
Yeah,
it's super underrated. The problem with the original. Go on.
Yeah, the training with Goku and Krillin with Master Roshi is
so
literally
good.
Some of the best shit in the entirety of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I agree, man. I really like it a lot. It's like, dude, it's just the pacing of it too is so fun. I like how kind of low stakes it is too.
Mm-hmm.
I think here's the thing, dude. You just put Pilaf is B. I think the Tournament Saga is like top B.
I would put it even higher than that. I think it's like A or Z even. Cause it's like
you think it's dude, we can't put it at top or at the beginning, bro.
Alright, well how about we put it at A and then we'll move it around.
Okay, because I'm just saying we started off really high, and I feel like this is a show that grows in its stature, you know?
Well,
like C for this series, if you're talking about C in the Dragon Ball series, it's still really good.
Yeah, but then you have arcs like the copy Vegeta arc from Super. That's definitely gonna be bottom.
We need to get rid of the haven't watched arc. I've watched all of it.
Pointless arc. Well, there's 2 arcs that are from the Super manga that I haven't read yet.
Oh, okay.
Have you read those?
No, I haven't read anything. I've only watched the anime.
We'll just do that real quick, and then we'll continue on. All right. Red Ribbon. I usually consider these like one saga, but I understand splitting into 3. There's the Red Ribbon
I've never
saga.
seen it split. That's split up, huh? I can't even consider it split in my head. So if you want to put 2 of those and haven't watched, then we'll just name the guy with red, General Red.
Yeah,
we'll just all count it as one. Yeah, we'll just count it as one. I think the Red Ribbon Saga arc is sick. I think it like puts Goku on the map as like how fucking strong he is and shit. Yeah. You know, going into the next thing. I put that as solid B, dude. That's B.
I think so too. Because the thing is that although most of it is really good, when I was rewatching it, I was like, oh shit, this is like there's some filler in here. And it was actually there's some good filler in Dragon Ball. Like I actually do like the episode where Goku and Piccolo try to get a driver's license.
I really like the filler in it because it's nostalgic to me.
Yeah, but the filler in this specifically, it was like there was an episode where Goku's like trying to save a monkey, and I was just like, I mean, it's cute, but it's like I want to get back to
I don't remember that. That's so funny. I actually own the DVDs to these beginning arcs.
Oh damn! I have I had when they were releasing those Dragon Ball Z sets, where like each set would spell out the name. I was getting those back. I think I was in high school. I was collecting each of those. Yeah,
I got all the original DVDs for the Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball.
I know one of my cousins has the VHSs from back then.
That's some shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, General Tao, when he like quote unquote kills Goku, and Goku survives with just like because of the Dragon Ball, the shit with Korin is really cool. And then just at the end when he Ader gets introduced there. I actually really like that character, even though he
man, it's like there's so much world building going on in this arc where it fleshes out the world like that. Like the original Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball Z is sci-fi to a degree, right?
Oh yeah.
The original Dragon Ball is kind of just like fantasy adventure, you know? So I'm like, I think there's a ton of world building in it. I think it makes like the world of Dragon Ball like feel fun and like you want to live in it and you want to go do shit in it. It's cool. Like I'm in. I love it.
Jackie Chan.
This arc, okay, this is a lot of Yamcha in this next arc.
In the Fortune Teller Baba arc.
Fortune Teller Baba arc. There's a lot. This is like when Yamcha kind of becomes a player. Goku meets his dad or grandpa, I guess.
Grandpa Gohan. That was a really good scene.
Really good.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think what else happens in this arc.
I know Krillin flashes Bulma to Roshi in order to get blood on the Invisible Man.
Oh yeah, to come out of his nose. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what else? How do they count Red Ribbon as 3 different arcs, and then this is just one? I feel like this isn't even its own arc.
Yeah, like, this is too short to be an
This
arc.
is really short.
Like,
yeah,
I can understand Red Ribbon being split up because it is really long altogether. But this is the opposite. This is too short to be considered one.
I'd put this C. It's good.
I think, yeah, it's solid.
It's good. I would say it's definitely, like, below Red Ribbon. It's not...
Yeah.
Red Ribbon's so epic. Like, I don't know. This is, like, an in-between arc where, like, there's not really that much, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to put Red Ribbon over Pilaf, but keep them both.
Oh, dude, this next arc's the Tien arc. This arc's amazing. This is, like, where Dragon Ball becomes Dragon Ball. Like, this is, like, Dragon Ball Z, basically, the beginning of it.
This is around where I stopped with my rewatch. Not because I didn't want to keep watching. Just got busy. But
dude, even the tournament's amazing. They both knock each other out of the stadium. They go flying. Goku loses because a fucking car in traffic hits him and hits him to the ground first.
That's actual horseshit that counts as landing.
Dude, it was, yeah, it's horseshit, but it's kind of fucking amazing where it's like, no, Goku's still not the strongest. There's still more to see in this world. To me, it like fucking sets the tone. This is clear A tier.
And then the way it ends, perfectly transitioning into the King Piccolo with Krillin dying, is like...
Yeah, Krillin dies at the end of this arc. Or beginning of the next, however you want to word it.
Yeah, I think
dude, here's my thing. I would almost shift... Like, to me, this is top tier, maybe. This might be... This is A for sure. This is A, yeah. To me.
Yeah, let's put it at the top of A for now.
Yeah, for now, because I feel like this is definitely a tier above the original Tournament Saga. The original Tournament Saga is a lot of comedy. The final fight with Master Roshi's amazing. But I mean, this is like fucking the stakes are so much higher. It's like we just moved on to like such a higher level of quality.
Spoiler? Oh yeah, spoilers for this 30-year-old anime.
Yeah, dude, it can't be spoilers. The shit's older than all of you in chat.
I think Ghost is. I think he's just joking. Tien is goated in OG. Oh no, Tien's always been awesome.
Tien's awesome in Z still.
I do prefer Krillin. Krillin's my favorite. I'll say that off the top. Krillin's my favorite character, like, of the whole series.
Hard not to like Krillin.
He's just such an underdog, but he's like, and he does like kind of have like this cowardice, but he always overcomes that shit when the cards are down, and that's.
Well, how about like his fight with Goku in this Tien tournament is so good, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, like everything there, like yeah, no, Krillin just overcomes, and he overcomes with like creativeness because he's not stronger than a lot of the people he fights. So like when he fights,
like, really smart, which is what. Makes
when he fights Roshi, like hilariously pulls out the fucking panties, and when he, you know, when he's fighting Chaozu, you know, he comes up with like a neat, like it's all fucking good, man. He comes up with like math or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good, dude.
And as
like when he fights the smelly guy in the original Tournament Saga, he's like, wait, I have no nose.
Goku's gotta be like, Krillin, you don't even have a nose.
Yeah, it's fucking so good. Piccolo Saga, to me, this is like it. This is as good as it gets. Dude, is it as good as the best of Z though? Is it as good as the best of Piccolo Jr. arc?
I think
no, I guess it's not.
I kind of think Piccolo Jr. is better than King
Piccolo Jr.
Saga.
is better.
But like they're
like
so
it's a tier better.
Let's put all right, do we think
here's my issue with their list immediately. To me, Piccolo is A tier, Tien is A tier, and then the original Tournament Saga's gotta drop. It's gotta for me.
You really think so? I just think The
It's
original Tournament
it's
Saga
not on the
leaves-
same level.
But I think it leaves the groundwork that makes these other ones so good. Like, is the fight with Jackie Chun in the Tien Saga as good without the context of Jackie Chun in the Tournament
No,
Saga?
no, but I mean, it's not as good without the context, but it's still a tier above. That shit's a tier above. So unless we're gonna add a ZZ tier, like an even higher tier,
No, I hate when people do that shit. All right, let's.
you know, like it's just like to me, like these two sagas are clearly above the rest. And to me, like, is the Red Ribbon on the original turret? Sure, but is the first Pilaf saga on the original? No way. That's not up there with the Red Ribbon in the original Tournament Saga. That's got to drop too to see. It's got to.
I think it might be my nostalgia that wants me to keep Pilaf there.
If you want to keep it, you can. But for me, like, it's just like, to me, there is a
think
bit of
Pilaf,
a gap there.
Pilaf is so important, right? Like, the Pilaf Saga is so important. We get Uzaru there, the raid
The
ape,
first wish with the dragon.
the first dragon, Yamcha, which is our first
Oolop
hero.
is fucking amazing. Oolong, I mean. Oolong
Oolong.
is so funny in that.
Yeah, and then Bulma, the way Bulma is such, like, a bratty little bitch. But, like...
Yeah, dude. Bulma's kind of like,
she's a piece
like,
of
I don't know if
shit,
you feel the
actually.
same way, but I feel like in Z, Bulma kind of sucks, whereas in, like, Super in the original Dragon Ball, Bulma's kind of like awesome and fun.
Yeah.
You know,
I
she's
feel like-
bitchy, but she's also, like, she's important.
Yeah, I feel like in Dragon Ball, she is bitchy, but she's also, like, 16, so I get it.
Yeah,
In
it
Z-
just works. It works.
In Z, she's an adult, and she's still acting like a brat. And
And
then
she's
in-
useless in Z. She doesn't do anything in Z.
Yeah, the only thing she does is fuck Vegeta, which, I mean...
Dude, that's literally
Cool.
it, dude. All of Namek, she does nothing. She's brutal.
Dude, she cucks Yamcha so hard. Dude, Yamcha's literally got the worst...
She really does, yeah. She really does. Okay, I can deal with this. This makes sense. Because now when I look at Piccolo Jr., it's as best as the series gets. Not
Yeah.
just the original Dragon Ball Z, dude. Like, this is the shit. It's so good. Not just the fight, but leading up to it. There's the transition of Goku going from kid to adult. And you know what? It just fucking works. They actually nail it, dude. Krillin growing up, it's like everybody, it just fucking works. For the tournament, they literally blow up the entire stadium. And you could barely see the existence of where the tournament floor used to be. And Goku's still aware of it because he's worried about not saving the world, he's worried about winning the tourney.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, Goku... I feel like with Z, a lot of people forgot that Goku was never about, like... He will save the world, of course.
He's
But
not Superman.
His goal isn't to save the world. His goal is to be the best.
And it's fucking amazing. It's so good. Like, you have Kami being getting captured and basically swallowed and everything. Like, there's like, to me, like, this sets the floor of like, this is great television all the way through. All the way through. This, like, fantastic, as good as it gets in terms of, like, any anime, in terms of any cartoon. This shit is fantastic television to me. Like, I loved every bit of this. This is as good as anything in Z.
I do want to point out two things in the King Piccolo saga real quick. Not to change the ranking, but just two things. The only saga where Yajirobe is actually a badass. I mean, he does something cool in the Vegeta saga. But Yajirobe is kind of a badass in the King Piccolo saga. And also, King Piccolo was the first villain that could, like, destroy fucking cities. So that was, like...
He did blow up cities, and there was a lot of stakes. And then there's the funny part in that, too, where it's, like, the comedy is not lost in those sagas either. Like, it's the stakes
still
have gotten
there.
higher, but it's still funny. Like, you still have Bulma's parents not willing to leave the town. Like, they're just, like, running late. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a good list for the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, let's fucking keep going. I think this is a killer list.
Raditz, the Raditz is not...
Yeah, how is that its own saga?
Hold
That
on, I'm
surely
gonna
is
make
not
an
its own
add a row
saga.
below. Not a real saga.
Yeah, Raditz is clearly not its own thing.
There you go. Yeah, it's all the Saiyan saga, or Vegeta saga, if people want to call it.
Yeah. What's your opinion? You go first. I feel like I've been talking first a lot.
Yeah. I honestly think... I think both the Saiyan saga and the Frieza saga are the top of what Dragon Ball Z is. Like, we've got our first beam struggle with Vegeta. We've got that whole segment with Nappa where everyone's just doing everything they can.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
And it's like they can't do shit to this dude. Even Piccolo is like, I can't
it feels
do shit to
so
this guy.
fucking helpless and like all in. Like it feels like they're doing everything and they still can't even crack Nappa.
Dude, Chatsu sacrifice, dude. Nappa fucking punches
The
Tien's
Kiko
arm
Ho
off.
from Tien.
Oh my god, yeah. And then and dude, one of my favorite moments from Krillin when after the Cybermen, again another L for Yamcha, fucking destroys Yamcha. So he just uses this like they call it the spread Kamehameha. I don't know what the Japanese name for it is, but it's basically the attack where he shoots a beam, he picks it up, and then he spreads it. Oh my, the first, and then against Raditz, we got the special beam cannon. We've got the twist that
Goku
an
gets
alien.
killed.
That too.
You know, it's like it's so desperate. It feels like everybody's doing everything they possibly can. We get the Destructo disc for the first time. And like here's the thing,
I think
like
it's the
Yamcha,
first time the dragon also is like, hey, yeah, these guys are too powerful for me to wish.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, even the Dragon Balls can't do anything.
And like here's the thing, like I know Yamcha's like a big meme for like how weak he is, but Yamcha was kind of the man, you know, in the original Dragon Ball. Like, yeah, he lost, but he only lost to the people that came in that won the tournament. You know, he lost to Tien, he lost to
yeah, he just had an unfortunate with the tournaments.
He had a bad bracket. Like he was always known as like the fucking man doing it all, like the Spirit Ball and all this shit that was fucking like sick.
Fist, like
he beat up Goku, dude. Like
yeah.
like the idea that he comes in and he insta dies from like a suicide attack, it like sets the tone for like shit is fucked. This is real. Everyone's dying. Like fucking, it's the best to me. This is by far the best arc in all of Dragon Ball. Like, this is the top one.
I think...
I wouldn't say it's another tier, but it is the best one. It's right up there.
Yeah, I want to put it ahead of Piccolo Jr.
Yeah, I think it's ahead. I don't think it's, like, a tier better, but it's ahead. Yeah.
All right. So, there we got Namek, Ginyu, and Frieza. Okay, I think I could see the argument for the Namek and Ginyu saga.
Can we just combine them?
Huh?
Can we just combine them and call it just one arc?
I think it's fair to call the Ginyu saga and Namek saga one arc, but a Frieza saga a different arc, because the Frieza saga is actually the whole fight with Frieza is literally long enough to be an arc on its own.
Yeah, but a lot of that is just like a lot of that deludes the Frieza arc,
I guess
though,
that's
because
fair.
it is like here's the thing, like if we're gonna count the Frieza fight as its own arc, it's really not like super special because a lot of it is just nonsense of them just like not doing much and filler and shit, you know?
Right. Okay, we'll count it out as one.
But if we're gonna count it all, it's like it's so fucking epic, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll do that with the future sagas as well. So we'll count Cell as one saga.
If we want, we can do the Android and Cell different if you're picky with that.
I think, okay, you know what? We'll do Android because that'll be Future Trunks.
Because that is somewhat different.
The Boost stuff. Otherworld, get the fuck out of here. Otherworld saga. That's like 2 episodes. What?
Oh, put it down there. Fuck it. We'll rate it.
Otherworld saga. All right,
we'll rate it. YOLO.
Oh my god, they have the last episode of.
Yeah, good. Keep it up there. They got Broly.
Oh yeah, because of the movie. That's not a saga.
The movies, is that the new movie or the old ones?
The new movie, which I mean, I think
the new movie's amazing. The old movie sucks.
I like the old movies, but like story wise, they suck. But Broly himself is he's always been one of my favorite villains. Not because he's like deep or anything like that. I just think he's so cool.
Yeah.
But Frieza saga. Let's get back to this.
All right, Frieza. If we're counting the whole thing,
give me a second.
Dude, it's top tier, is it not?
I mean, I think so. I would
argue.
So
what I like about it is it's like a total scramble, right? Like all the important people from Earth, like Yamcha, Tien, Piccolo, they're dead. So it's Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan, like literally a fucking 6-year-old or whatever he is, 10-year-old. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah,
I think he's 5. He's literally 5, right?
He's 5 or 6 at this point.
Yeah, Goku's not there. It's such a fucking Roshi's not there. It's such a fucking desperate act of survival where you're going to this planet, you're just looking to pick up some Dragon Balls. It's like, no, dude, there's literally like an imperial conquest on the fucking planet with all these guys that are so fucking popular or like so fucking powerful. I like that Vegeta, there's like kind of a third faction with Vegeta doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And just how like bounty hunter he is going on everybody.
Vegeta has the most insane kills in the saga.
Dude, he does. He fucking goes like AWOL, just nuking everybody, man.
When he kills fucking Kui, and he's like, "Oh, I love fireworks."
Yeah, the Doria.
Zarbon. Oh, that one was actually
Zarbon's
crazy
brutal. You know, even the Genyus, like when they're fucking there, they're fighting. The Genyus, and it's like over. Like it's basically he's getting decked by Recoome. He's fucking dead, right?
Yeah.
Goku shows up, last fucking second, decks them, and Vegeta goes and stomps their necks to confirm the kills. Like fucking so good,
he fucking
dude.
Decapitates Guldo. He in the fucking like fetal position destroys Recoome. Birder gets literally his neck snapped.
And then Frieza's like such a good villain. He's basically Space Hitler. You know?
When Frieza killed the two Namekians literally by blowing air, it was like, what the actual hell? Like,
well, how about fucking what's his name? The big pink guy that dies by Vegeta. Oh, what the fuck's his name? Not Zarbon, Dodoria, right? How about Dodoria goes and snaps their fucking neck? Recoome like cracks Gohan's neck. Like it's brutal. It's a brutal saga. Frieza stabs Krillin through the chest. Like there's so much good shit.
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back.
No, you're good.
Let me see. Where'd my chat go? There it is. No, yeah. The pink guy, that's Dodoria, no?
Yeah. Like they're just like so much good brutal like action from that
When did you already mention when
saga.
Krillin gets fucking stabbed through the chest by Frieza? In his second
did
form?
you ever watch the dub? I think it's the Ocean dub where like Frieza just says like, "Oh, giddy up, cowboy, giddy up," and he's like stabbing Frieza through the head or Krillin through the.
I think he still says that in the Funimation one too, the original.
Does he?
Funimation.
Yeah, it is fucking the dumbest shit I've ever seen. How does Frieza even know what a cowboy is, bro?
Intergalactic cowboy.
Yeah, who are these fucking intergalactic cowboys that like somehow is like in the thing?
I mean, Dragon Ball's a whack universe. I wouldn't actually put it past that.
Yeah.
Just
so
like,
to me, like, what's cool too is like this is probably one of the only sagas, in Z that actually I think it is the only saga in Z that builds off the previous. You know, like it feels like it's a natural progression from the Sand Saga, everyone's dead, the Dragon Balls can't revive them again, to then go to let's go to Piccolo's planet. You know, like, oh, there's a space emperor. There's all this shit. Like, it just feels natural. It feels like the stakes raise in a natural way. The most powerful dude in the universe. All this shit. It feels good. So to me, this is top tier. I personally rank it lower than Piccolo Jr. Because I think that's just like in terms of storytelling and episodes is a lot more tight. There's a ton of filler in this arc.
That's true.
That
whole,
but in terms of overall story,
one of the worst fillers is when they went to the fucking fake Namek.
No, dude, it's good. It's good.
The fucking
how about when they find like
aliens?
the ship full of kids?
Oh my god, no, that one's actually boring. That one made me actually. I think every time I tried to watch that episode, I've fallen asleep.
Dude, I'm so nostalgic to that shit. I actually do fucking like that.
I do like the filler episodes when Gohan's training back in the Saiyan Saga. I like those filler episodes.
Yeah, no, dude, the filler definitely is not as good as the Saiyan Saga. The filler's way worse. The filler is not good in this arc, but it is nostalgic to me.
How is Jace Australian? Well, he's from Space Australia. Haven't you seen the original?
Duh! yeah, Spaceys.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm cool with it being under the Saiyan Saga, but I don't know. The entirety of Goku becoming a Super Saiyan is just so Like that's
Such good build up, right?
That's the pinnacle of the entire series for me. And then also, it actually has a lot of like, it actually has some scenes that are actually pretty like heartfelt. Like when Vegeta is literally like crying to Goku about his history, and he's like, "You have to kill Frieza." Like that was such a big character moment for Vegeta right there.
Yeah, no, I like in some ways this is the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
This should be the top one. You know, it's sort of like where the series goes a hair wrong. The saga is just like in the details. If you're gonna get nitpicky, put it at the top. Fuck it. This is the most famous thing in Dragon Ball ever. Is Frieza.
I mean, I remember so many kids. They just had like, when I was in elementary, I saw kids all the time with Super Saiyan shirts or Frieza shirts. Like that was everything.
Yeah. No, this is the most famous bad guy in Dragon Ball anything.
Yeah,
maybe anime anything.
I was originally gonna do a villains tier list, but I couldn't find a good list because there would be lists with a bunch of like like who the fuck are these characters? But then it would be obviously it would have the main ones. But then it would be missing some of the middle tier ones, where it's like, oh, Dodoria's not on here, but you have fucking what's his name from Pilaf's army. It's like, but I was just like, it was such an inconsistent list. But I will say, Frieza is actually my favorite villain in the entirety of Dragon Ball.
I agree. I think Frieza is like one of the best villains.
So pure,
like
evil.
ever.
Like when he fucking.
He's evil, but it's not fucking nonsense. Like he's got goals. He wants to accomplish stuff. He's got a reason he acts the way he does.
I still like. This is gonna make me sound like a total nerd. I still get goosebumps when Goku's trying to leave after he gave Frieza some energy, and Frieza still tries to attack him.
Yeah, it's fucking perfect. It's perfect
him.
for the character. Like Goku up until that point is like willing to give mercy on anybody, and it was just like a moment of like, dude, you can't save everyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's great, man. I do say like the one thing I don't love about this arc, at least in the dub. I don't know what it's like in the sub or in the. I know in the Japanese release and in Kai they've changed it. Or they didn't change it, but in the dub, I guess they technically changed it. Whatever, it's different. Right. Is that Goku's a very Superman-y here?
Yes. I am the voice of the
I love the I am the light speech. To me, like, that is the speech, right? That's the most iconic speech ever. What I don't love is, like, the constant of, like, well, I can't kill that guy. We can't kill that guy. We can't do anything with that guy. Because as a kid, Goku was murdering everybody and didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. That was also like that was always so confusing to me. Is like Goku's always was willing to kill in the past. Now he's like getting at Vegeta's ass for killing other people, and it's like,
yeah. So that's like the one thing with this arc that it's not my favorite version of Goku, but it's the most iconic arc ever. I love it. It's fucking great. There's stuff to nitpick, but overall, like, how you fucking gonna doubt it? You know, like I think the other two lists we like. Piccolo Jr. and Vegeta arc, the Sand Saga arc, I think are more, there's less stuff to nitpick, but overall the story's just higher level. It's just better. You know, the Frieza arc is better. And also,
to be fair, the Frieza arc is way longer than the Piccolo Jr. saga.
Yeah,
and
it is
long. It's a bit longer than Vegeta, so there's more room for mistakes too.
Yeah. Oh, now we have the Garlic Jr. arc.
This one sucks.
I did the movie was all right. This arc is weird because it's bad. It is bad, but
it's like what Super did with both the Battle of Gods and the Frieza movie, where it's like it's literally the same story. You just moved a few things around.
This is weird because there's so many arcs here when I'm looking at this where I'm like, I don't feel like we have enough tiers, dude. Like this is a bad arc, but is it as bad as like some of these other ones from GT and shit? This is D.
I think it's D.
Part of me thinks we need like an F super, a super F. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But
I actually know exactly what to name one tier lower. Evolution.
All right, give it a cool color too. It can't be yellow.
We'll give it purple.
Yeah.
Name it after that god-awful movie.
Yeah, that movie is fucking terrible. Is that movie on here?
No, thank God it's not on here.
But one of those ones we haven't watched is Evolution.
Let me think. You know what? We'll put the gay guy there.
Yeah, good.
That guy was hilarious though. When he would get scared. By Momo,
he's a great bad guy. Yeah.
he was.
Plus, he's the first bad guy that felt like, because he was before
he was
General
before
Tao, right?
Yeah, and he actually
So, like,
was like beating Goku.
Yeah, and he beat Krillin, so he kind of felt like, oh shit, like this is real, you know. The Android Saga, I really don't love this arc.
There are things I like about it, but yeah, it's kind of like,
I think the androids are boring.
it's good for setting up the Cell arc, but we're not talking about the Cell arc, so.
Yeah, like this is one where I feel like, you've watched Abridge, obviously, right?
I have
Dragon
seen
Ball Abridge.
yes.
This is where I feel like they do a better job than the actual anime is with this arc, where it's like, these guys are so boring in the original Android 16. Everything just is boring. The only good part is Vegeta in the beginning of the arc when they're dealing with the Dr. Gero. I feel like is really good. After that,
Oh yeah, dude.
it's kind of lame, dude. It feels like we're just biding time.
When Vegeta rips off Android 19's hands, I was like, God damn, dude. I know
Dude,
it's
and then it's good when 18 breaks his arm. It's pretty like cool, and
that
intense.
scene was like, the way they animated that made me be like, oh god, because the way
But in terms of like the characters, you know, it doesn't feel like the androids are even like that harmful to the world.
Yeah, like the way the Trunks movie, well, the special showed them was like, holy shit, they're like fucking evil.
Yeah.
But I guess they became evil because here they're just kind of like, we're bored and we want to do shit that's not boring.
Yeah, like he wants to ride off road. It's like, dude, here's the thing. They're like kind of like the quirky college kids, but in the anime they just aren't enough. Whereas like the Abridged series took it like that one step farther.
Yeah.
You know, to make it like work better.
And the thing is, like, all of them, I do like 16, 17, and 18, but I like them because of what they would go on to do in the Cell Saga. I like 17 because of his fight with Piccolo. I like 18, I like 18 because of her relationship with Krillin in the future, and 16 I like because of his relationship with Gohan. But that's all stuff that's not in this saga. That's all stuff that's in Cell.
It's all quiet until Cell. Like, so to me, this is C. Like, this is no better than that. Yeah, it's there for sure. It's definitely not as good as the original Dragon Ball arc.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I think that's a good spot for that.
I think what'll end up happening with C is I think I'll keep Fortune Teller Baba at the top and everything under it, because I do like Fortune Teller Baba, but Android Saga is just kind of like whatever. Like, I don't hate it. There's nothing like crazy wrong about it. It's just kind of it's good setup for the next arc, basically.
So I think this is where we might disagree. What do you think about the Cell Saga?
I like a lot of it. Cell isn't a very compelling villain because his goal is supposed to be to want to kill Goku, but he just doesn't follow that at all. He's just like, oh,
he's kind of boring, man. He is like his most interesting form is the first form where he's like sucking people dry.
When he has like the fucking smoker.
Yes. Kind of my other problem with this whole Android Cell arc too is you know, you just killed the Emperor of the Universe. He's the most powerful guy ever. And now you're telling me the most powerful thing ever is on Earth?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't even make sense. Like, it's just like, statistically, you're kidding me, right?
I do like, until the Battle of the Gods, technically, Frieza was still the strongest being in the universe, because Cell was a machine, and Boo was, like, magic. But, like, Cell, I mean, I like Cell more because of the things around Cell. I love the Final Flash. I love everything that happens with Vegeta in this arc. Vegeta's character development in this arc, like, I love that when the Kamehameha beam struggle is happening between Cell and Gohan, and then Vegeta just in the distance shoots a ki blast, and it literally, like, without him, Gohan would have lost. And
it's like just enough to be something.
I really like Trunks. Trunks is probably one of the best things to come out of this whole saga. I think I still prefer Trunks with a sword, but that's just because I think swords are cool. But dude, when he chops up fucking Frieza, that's back in the other saga, but still. Like, I like Trunks a lot. I like
him too.
He gets that Broly looking form, except it sucks.
Dude, what's kind of weird with the Android Saga is, like, there's so much good shit at the beginning of it, and then it just falls off. It's like, then there's just so much nothing, man. Like, the beginning of that saga is awesome. Frieza shows up.
I guess the only really good things about the Cell Saga are, like, the new attacks, like the Neo Tri-Beam.
Gohan's what they've been building up Gohan for since the beginning kind of comes to fruition, where it's like he hits his potential, he finally does it. Goku believes in him. Goku's got this plan. Goku's not the strongest. Goku dying, like all this is good. I think the villain holds it back a lot.
Yeah.
Like, to me, is it as good as, like, even King Piccolo or Tien? Like, to me, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think
To me, there is, like, a huge, it's just, to me, I would put this at B. But some people, like, that Gohan shit, they, like, fucking resonate with that, and that is their childhood. Like, some people would put this as the top tier shit.
Like, to me, like, it's just, yeah, it is super nostalgic for me, but, like, at the same time, I can't really argue with your points about Cell. Like, the only thing I can only counter with things that aren't Cell, but Cell's the main guy here. He's the main
this
villain.
is probably the most divisive. If you're like a fan of Dragon Ball Z shit, this is the most probably a divisive arc.
Because then we also have,
where some people say it's the best, some people say it's
the Piccolo 17 fight was awesome. Hercule, I actually really love.
Hercule's great.
When he fucking when he tries to fight Cell and he just gets fucking whacked away. I hate the Cell Juniors. They're just shitty versions of Cybermen. I will say that. They suck.
It is a little random because it just comes out of nowhere for just like
he's
nothing.
Just like, I can make more of me,
thing.
and they're all exactly as strong as me. It's like, what? They can't be
like,
exactly
what do you mean you could just like duplicate yourself and they're as strong as you? Like, that doesn't even seem to, like, what? Yeah, I agree.
I wish he would have said something like, they're at least half as strong as me. But then I guess Goku could beat any of them, so they had to be at least that strong. I will say, I do like Perfect Cell's design, and I do like Imperfect Cell's design, but that Semi-Perfect Cell, so fucking ugly. I hate that design.
I don't hate any of them. I do like the pluses of it is like Cell going to try and like eat the androids, I think is really solid too. Piccolo fusing with Kami. Like, here's the other thing. Like, Piccolo fused with Kami is such a big moment. It doesn't actually like become anything.
True.
You just fused with Kami. Like, there's no payoff to that.
I remember when in Budokai 3,
and that was like a huge deal set back all the way back in Dragon Ball, and you're telling me nothing comes from that?
Yeah. He just got strong enough to fight one of the androids, but he couldn't fight Cell. It's kind of, it's a big letdown, that one. Visually, it's a letdown, too, because, like, I remember back when Budokai 3 was out, and it's like, oh, here are Piccolo's transformations. His ki just gets bigger. He doesn't look any different.
Yeah.
It's, like, kind of lame.
So to me, I mean, I put this one in B, but, I mean, if you put it in Z, I get you, and we could split it and put it in A.
Nah, I think I would have fought for A anyways, but there was no way I was gonna put it in Z. But where on B do we think? Like, is it?
We could put it at the top of B. I could do that.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's still good. It just ain't there to turn, dude. The Otherworld arc.
Oh my god,
this arc I kind of vibe with. You got the KO. It's all filler, but it's like Kaioken plus Super Saiyan.
As much as the Fortune Teller saga is not long enough to be an arc, this is even less not long enough to be an arc.
This is so short,
it's like 2 episodes.
Yeah, but it's actually all really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I really like
Doesn't he fight like a fish man or some shit like that?
Yeah, PyCon or something like that.
Yeah, and then he fights in space. PyCon's just like a fucking other cool Piccolo guy. He was in the movie, one of the Dragon Ball movies, which is by far the best Dragon Ball movie that was before Battle of Gods.
Willie said Kaioken. It is Kaioken, sir.
Oh, what does he say? Kaioken from like the OG shit, the OG dub?
Maybe he does.
That's the OG shit.
Yeah, the OG Funimation dub was Kaioken. Even as a kid, I was confused by that. I'm like, but it's King Kai. Why is it Kaioken?
Yeah, I was too, dude. I think every kid had that thought of like, oh, weird. He almost named it after himself, but he didn't. To me, this is C.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it more than Android Saga, kind of.
I do. But it is 2 episodes.
Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it
sort
there.
of insulting to put it in front of it. It's good though. I really like it.
I kind of want to just put it in not a real saga. Like, I like to talk.
It's not a real saga, but fuck it, dude. Let's put it up.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck this shit.
You got.
Sometimes you gotta do it, you know?
It's implied that he learned Super Saiyan 3 after that. Fuck it. YOLO.
Yeah.
This is... Alright, this next... The Great Saiyaman arc. this is weird because it does feel natural to a degree and good, but the fact that Gohan isn't the guy after this makes me like, it gives me a bad aftertaste, you know?
Yeah, like how far he's like. I understand he hasn't been training because he's been focusing on his schoolwork. The world's been at peace for multiple years, but the fact that he got it's not that he got weaker. Well, no, I think Vegeta says he hasn't gotten any better. In fact, he might be a little bit weaker. So
Yeah,
he
does
weaker.
say that.
So it's like kind of a letdown. Like it's like, oh shit, what's Gohan gonna be like when he's an adult? And it's just like,
well, it's like if after the saga he still became like the one to do it all and like be the guy, I would probably rate this higher, but it's not. Like, it literally is all downhill from here.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I mean, to me, this arc's probably in like.
I think it's low C. I think it's still C.
Yeah, it's low C. It's not as bad as the garlic.
I mean, it's
Junior
funny.
arc.
I think that's what Akira Toriyama was going for. I think he wanted to held back to the original Dragon Ball and wanted to do something funny. And I think the Saiyaman's funny. I like the idea that he was kind of maybe subconsciously inspired by the Ginyu Force.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you think that would have caused him trauma, but I guess trauma shows up in a different way.
No, dude, he loved it. He loved getting decked by.
You imagine Gohan talking to Krillin's like, oh my god, the Ginyu Force had such cool moves. It's like,
yeah.
Krillin's like, all right, cool. I guess.
Do we want to get rid of the mini tournament arc and just merge that into the Fat Boo arc?
Yeah, I'm just gonna merge that with the Fat Boo arc.
Fat Boo, I'm not gonna lie, this is the best part of the Boo saga. I hate the Boo saga. I think the Boo saga's trash.
I'm a defender of the Boo saga, but not like a strong one. Like, I do
Yeah,
think it gets way overhated, but I understand
I'm a hater.
people's problems with it.
I'm a full hater of this arc. I think, like, dude, it's like, how do I put it anywhere? Like, to me, it's worse than the Fat Boot Saga. Actually has some really good stuff going for it. The mini tournament's great. You got Videl, which is great. Videl, like, learning stuff, which is cool. You have the Kais, like, you're introducing, like, the gods of the universe, which is only natural. Like, you fought fucking, like, to me, this makes more sense to move from here after the Frieza stuff than to, you know, we're all back on Earth fighting robots, you know? Like, to then go to, like, the godly and, like, ancient lore of the universe shit. Like, so to me, like, it's a natural progression in terms of that. I like them fighting Babidi. I love what, you know, Boo becomes. I think in, like, one of the dubs, like, in the Japanese version, Gohan calls Boo a retard or some shit.
Yes, he does.
So, like, Boo is kind of weird because it's, like, his personality's so random, but he's, like, a destructive kid.
Yeah, it's like
I'm kind of selling myself up on it.
It's like that old saying, like, oh, what would happen if you gave a kid all the power in the world?
Yeah, like, part of me wants to put it in B, but it's not as good as is it as good as the Android Saga?
There's still some really good character development here. Vegeta reaches the peak of his character development in this arc, I think, with all the
where
he stuff.
He submits to evil here. Like, dude, to me, like, the beginning of this is actually fire.
Yeah.
The animation is amazing too in the Boo arc. It's the best animation in all of the series is Boo.
And the fights, I think it's Boo's fighting style. Everything about Boo fighting wise is really creative. His ability to just turn people into fucking chocolate.
I don't really love Super Saiyan 3.
The only thing I don't like, I don't mind the big hair. I don't mind the lightning because the lightning's always cool.
The lightning's cool.
I do not like I just don't like the lack of eyebrows. I never like it's so
I kind
weird.
of okay because it's sort of like some monkey ape face shit. It's like some Neanderthal shit. My problem with it is like why is it a thing?
Yeah, well, for me the thing with whenever a character is missing eyebrows, I think that's only good if you want your character to look unhinged, like Gaara from Naruto, unhinged as fuck because he doesn't have eyebrows. That's why Hilo looks unhinged now.
The only good part with it is I do like the there's like a downside to it.
Yeah, like it basically shortened his lifespan in a way.
Yeah. Like it takes up so much energy. He can only do so much with it. I do kind of like that aspect.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Where would you put this? Would you put this? Would you put? Like, here's the thing. Is it as bad as an Android? Is it not above the Android Saga?
I think it's B tier. I think it's above Emperor Pilaf.
Is it above Emperor Pilaf?
I think it is. I don't think it's as good
Okay.
as the
I
Red
could
Ribbon.
do it. There's a ton going on. There's actually a lot here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna restart my Discord because for some reason it's gone all black. I can't see anything right now.
All right, sure thing. All right. Well, we've only got a few sagas left. How's everybody doing? How are you guys enjoying the show? Super Saiyan 3 is so useless. I guess it is, but it's like I think that it only really became useless because of what happened with Kid Buu, but we'll get there.
Yeah,
What's up?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. Do we want to are we gonna count Super Buu as its own thing? I feel like Super Buu is kind of short.
We can count it as a part of Kid
Buu
Buu.
arc. Isn't it only like 6 days?
Kind of.
Like, canonically?
Because
Like,
after, I guess the Buu saga ends once Buu. I think it ends pretty much once Goku goes back. Because next Kid Trunks and Goten are training so they can do the fusion technique. And then Hercule befriends Buu and almost helps him totally reform.
yeah.
And then he gets killed.
So Super Buu, I kind of like Super Buu to a degree where he's like so fucking evil. He literally kills everybody.
Dude, that scene where he literally just genocides the entire planet was so like actually chilling.
He seemed like unstoppable. Super Buu literally seemed unstoppable. I like when he goes ahead and he like, did he turn Krillin or Chi-Chi into chocolate and like literally bit her in half, and it's like fucking horrifying, dude.
He turned I think it was Chi-Chi. He turned Chi-Chi into like an egg and stepped on her.
Yeah, like there is some really fucked up shit where you're like, oh shit.
And Krillin, again, to his credit, actually did try to, in the filler at least, it's a small filler bit, but he does try to fight Buu for a second at least.
Yeah. No. I don't know, like, dude, I don't like the Goten and Trunks. I like it. It's fucking like they're so over the top. They're kind of annoying.
Yeah.
To me, I like them, but when they fuse, they are so annoying.
They are. Although I do like the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack.
As a kid, I fucking loved everything about him. But when I rewatch it today, it's like I don't love it.
And it's literally, it's like that super frustrating thing where like you can literally kill this guy and you're fucking it all up.
Yeah.
Because you're being a fucking.
I do like Piccolo, where Piccolo's like such like a sage. He's like biding time by taking him the long way on the when they're like training in the time chamber and like every minute counts.
Do you like Gotenks and Piccolo playing volleyball with Buu?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Fucking weird ass attack.
They get like stuck and he screams a void into the fucking.
That was crazy when he literally screams Oter into like the dimension. Oh, we forgot to mention the hyperbolic time chamber in the Cell Saga. Hyperbolic time chamber is badass. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic in the time. It's fantastic in the Cell Saga.
That was actually my favorite stage in Budokai 3, simply because of the music. Awesome fucking track on that one. I still remember.
Yeah, man, I think it's fucking great. So I don't know. This arc to me, this is D tier.
I think so.
I don't love it. There is positives because it's Dragon Ball, and there's like, do you know what the fucking Buu Saga does a great job of? Buu Saga does a great job of introducing all this cool and memorable shit, but it like never, it like to me like the way it's actually like done in the show, I don't love it, but I remember it and I think fondly of it, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't love the way it's done.
Tien had a volleyball attack too. Well, yeah, he did, but he didn't turn the person into a volleyball.
yeah, no, they literally turns them into like a fucking ball.
With the galactic donuts.
Frieza, I guess, kind of did too.
Yeah, when he trapped Goku in that ball.
Yeah.
That was pretty brutal. Frieza has a lot of brutal attacks, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, when he does that attack where it literally rips like the planet in half. And just
Dude,
creates, like, this giant
there's
cavern.
so much good shit with the Frieza arc. I love when he, like, how he even explodes Krillin is so brutal. Where, like, Krillin's screaming for his friend to help him and Goku
That
can't do
scene-
anything.
Yeah, that scene's always forever, like, ingrained
Man,
in
it's
my mind.
goat, dude.
Um,
Kid Buu.
there are
What's
a
the
few other-
positives?
Well, there's a few other good
Oh,
things
there's
about...
Gohan.
There's Gohan from the Super Buu saga. That's really
Yeah,
good.
that's where he calls him the retard.
Yeah, that's where he calls him a retard.
Yeah.
And then when because he's like Ultimate Gohan now, which was super badass. And then Buu shows that he confused too, which was crazy.
He'll
a
like
crazy
suck
reveal.
people up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Cell, but he doesn't have to have a specific target. And then
Yeah.
and then
What'd you think
Vegito-
of Ultimate Gohan overall?
I love Ultimate Gohan. I
liked it too, but like his hubris like gets to him like again.
Yeah.
Like it happens a second time and it's like fucking
I
so
feel-
frustrating.
I don't like that happens with him because I feel like it makes sense. The characters it makes sense with are Gotenks and Vegeta. I never like
The way he gets strong is like too like he like breaks the sword and then he's strong. Like he doesn't actually fucking do anything.
Yeah,
to, like, get that.
Elder Supreme Kai is just like, oh, I'm gonna do the same thing they did in Namek, even though back then they said they unlocked your full potential, but you have even more full potential somehow. Yeah, that whole thing is weird, but I like the way he looks in that form. I do kind of like how cocky.
I like that it's not Super Saiyan. Like I like that it's just like him.
Yeah, and like they never. I think in Super he does stack Super Saiyan on top of that, which I assumed is something he should have been able to do. But that's the thing is like that's what I would have assumed. But if that is the case, why wouldn't he do it against Buu when he fused with Gotenks?
Did he stack it? I thought in Super he was using Super Saiyan because he couldn't do it, and then before the tournament he like figured out how to go back to that form.
Oh, maybe that's what happened. My memory on Super is very fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I mean, dude, there is like I said, man, like there's all sorts of good stuff in it. It just like doesn't. It's like we got all these good ingredients and the pie still sucks.
I think Vegito is my favorite thing about the Super Buu saga. I really
I
like
didn't even
Vegito.
like Vegeta though. He beats
Really?
him up as a gumball. It's fucking like what?
Yeah, but when he
What
does
do you mean
like,
you beat him up as a gumball, bro?
when he does the sword attack, that shit's badass.
It is badass, yeah.
And then he has that 5-finger beam thing. I don't even know what that's
Yeah,
called.
no, he's got all sorts of sick attacks.
And when he's just fighting him with kicks, it's like
Oh,
his arms
and
are
dude,
crossed.
and Gohan dropping the earring, it's like, bro, you're a superhuman.
Dude,
What do you mean
yeah,
you just
no.
drop it? You can't catch it?
Akira Toriyama literally was like, I need him to lose somehow. He'll drop the earring. It's
Dude,
like,
yeah, it's like, what do you mean? He's like a fucking mega bean. Like, dude, he should be able to drop that. And you know how, have you ever, like, had somebody throw something at you and it bounced off your hands and then you catch it before it hits the ground?
Yes,
He should have been able to have, like, 50 tries at that.
for real. Like,
You know?
dude, when he dropped it, Goku should have called Gohan retarded. Are you retarded?
Yeah, so I don't know. There's so much fucking, like, plot convenience in this fucking arc. I don't know.
We'll keep it in D.
Yeah.
The Kid Buu saga.
Oh man, how do you feel? I actually like the filler where he like goes to Otherworld and fights Krillin and shit.
I do.
And
Like,
Yamcha.
I like that. I hate how Super Saiyan 3 ends up not being able to be used, but I do like Vegeta doing his best to distract Kid Buu. I like when Vegeta does the speech about how he's accepting that Goku is the best.
Yeah.
I
I-
love the Super Spirit Bomb. That's like
Dude,
one of my
yeah, the
favorite moments of
ending.
the
It
whole
has an
series.
amazing ending, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The animation is so good too.
And
The fight's pretty good, even though the fight does have comedy and it's got like Goku biting his head and
That is, yeah. I really like seeing Majin Buu fighting Kid Buu. Like, that was really cool to see.
yeah. Partially because of Hercule or Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
I always knew him as Mr. Satan. I never really called him Hercule
I knew him
until
as
the
Hercule.
video games. But yeah, so I think there's like a lot of I think in terms of ending the show, this was a pretty good way to go out. Especially since overall I think the saga as a whole is whack.
Yeah.
Like even I look back at Kid Buu, like there's so much good shit there, but there's a lot of bad shit in that arc that I'm letting slide.
Yeah.
Because this saga is so long. This saga is like as long as the rest of the show combined.
It is really long.
It's like 110 episodes. It's bigger than everything else.
I think the Kid Buu saga, I think it should be in C tier. I think it's better than the Super Buu saga, but it's not as good as the start of it.
Yeah, I agree. Put it in C tier.
Is it better than Great Saiyaman?
No.
I think it is.
It is because it ends it. It is because the ending is good.
Yeah.
I agree. It is because the ending is like here's the thing though. Like I look at this, it's like like to me, it's borderline better than some of the Android side. No, the bad is too bad for me. Let's just keep it where it's at. That's a good spot for it.
Yeah, because it has a lot of lows, and
the lows are so low, bro.
Android Saga doesn't get that low, but it also doesn't get as high. That's the thing.
The beginning of the Android Saga fucks too. It's amazing.
Yeah. Everything with Trunks, when Trunks destroys.
The beginning of the Android Saga is as good as a lot of the Frieza shit too. It's like right up there. It's so good.
When he destroys Frieza with the sword attack, and you just see the original version where you see all the bits of Frieza floating in the air, it's like, holy shit. That's
even like when he kills King Cold and he's like, give me your sword and all this shit, and then Goku comes down and it's like Goku blocks him with his finger. There's so much good like shit. It's just like it's weird because I feel genuinely from like the Cell Saga, if we were to watch the show and not rate it by like sagas and just by episode, right? I feel like it's like this bell curve where it fucking like from there, like it just starts to slowly go down, you know?
And then the Kid Buu saga would be like a roller coaster.
It's a good ending. Like I love the Spirit Bomb, all that shit.
Yeah. The Super Spirit Bomb is, like, again, one of the best moments in the entire series. It's just awesome.
Plus, it is kind of hype that Buu is... Go on.
Yeah, you get to see all the friends Goku's made throughout the entire series.
Yeah, you do.
Like, even the ones that you would assume, because Akira Toriyama apparently originally forgot Launch existed, which is why she stopped showing up. So he managed to remember all the characters for the Super Spirit Bomb. So that's just a nice... like. If there was no GT or Super, that's just a nice way to end the series.
Yeah, it's really good. It's solid. It's solid ending. All right, are we gonna rate? I feel like we naturally gotta rate the one all the way to the right at the bottom.
Oh.
Which is like the ending. It's no longer canon thing.
Well,
I hated this.
I think it's still technically canon, but like this specific ending is still canon because they haven't reached there in the timeline yet. But GT
okay, yeah, this is trash because the implication is Goku has not seen anybody in years.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's Oob, which is like, okay, that kind of makes sense. I can get with it, but it's like, the idea is like Goku's just ignored everybody and been doing who the fuck knows what.
Yeah, like, we know Goku, like, I feel like Goku became such a shitty person out of nowhere. Because at the start of the Saiyan Saga, he's clearly a very attentive father. He loves his son. He's he's not, it's not like he's slacking on his training, you know, but he's paying attention to his family. He's a loving husband. Like, he's all these great things. He's a good friend. I mean, he hasn't seen his friends in a while, but that's because he's been taking care of his kid. And then in this, it's just like, wow, we haven't seen you in 10 years because you've been training. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
what
fucking,
an asshole.
This is just so fucking trash. To me, this is F.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Wait, is it Evolution?
This makes you mad at the characters. Is it Evolution bad?
You know what? No, it's just bad.
It's F. It's not Evolution bad. We still got some GT shit, which is so bad.
Yeah. Okay, Black Star Saga is horrid.
It's bad, but it's trying to pull on like the nostalgia.
Yeah, but it's like
it does at times pull it off successfully, but it's got some bad shit in it too. Where it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Pan is not the worst in this arc. She gets way worse.
Yes.
Here's the thing. This saga sets up, like, to me, is like, all right, Pan's like the kid. We're doing the original Dragon Ball thing. Goku, for some reason, is a fucking kid, which I think is a huge crutch to all of GT.
What's weird is that I understand he was turned into a kid, but he acts like a kid a lot of the time, and it's like, well, he's not a kid. He's just physically a kid. He's still supposed to be like
Yeah.
Grandpa Gohan at this point. I mean, Grandpa Goku at this point.
I do like Pilaf in this arc at the beginning. It's fun.
I like.
He's like an
Trunks.
old man, Grandpa Pilaf, and the dog's all old and like fucking dying and shit.
Yeah.
It's great.
I do like Trunks.
It's fucking good.
I do like Trunks.
Trunks is great. Yeah. No, Trunks is probably the best thing. To me, I'd put this D.
I think so. Yeah, D.
It can be entertaining at times, but it is not.
Is it better or worse than Garlic Jr.?
See, I'm super nostalgic for Garlic Jr. Like, I don't really have any nostalgia for GT.
You know what? We didn't even mention the villains because they're so forgettable and shitty. So just because of that, I'm putting it below. Like,
Okay, yeah,
all the
because at
villains
least
are
you have like the
trash in
spice
Black
fucking villains in the Garlic Jr. arc.
Yeah, dude, Garlic Jr. When I was like really young, I could not tell the difference. I thought Garlic Jr. was Pilaf because they look.
Yeah,
so
he looks
similar.
like Pilaf.
Yeah.
And Garlic Jr. That is kind of like a scary arc as a kid, because it's like your family's turning against you and all this shit.
Yeah, I remember.
They kind of have like some Courage the Cowardly Dog shit going on.
Yeah. The baby saga is really solid, I think.
Dude, it's still trash though. It's the best GT has to offer, and it's still bad.
Yeah, no, it's still trash. No, I'm not saying
like this is making me remember how fucking bad this is.
I mean, okay, so
I mean, dude, like literally, it like turns into like Goku gets Super Saiyan 4, and Bulma just like wheels out a fucking satellite tank and just figures out the science and shoots the rays.
Oh my
Like,
God.
it's so insane, dude. It's such a psycho concept. Like,
You know
don't they literally, like, the planet blows up and they move to a new planet on this arc?
They make a new Earth because the reason why they were going for the Dragon Balls is because the Black Star balls
And the Earth, yeah.
and the Earth are like connected, and if you use the Black Star balls, they get spread across the universe. And if you go get them all, then the Earth destroys, which is
So they get,
most
like, dude,
retarded.
like,
Most retarded
Everything
Dragon
with this
Balls.
is bad to me.
And also, I just realized this. So the reason why Shenron couldn't kill Vegeta and Nappa is because Vegeta and Nappa were too strong, right?
Yeah.
And also the reason why when he turns Super Saiyan 4, he turns to an adult is because he's so powerful. He's negating the wish. You mean to fucking tell me Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku isn't strong enough to negate the wish? That's still a really strong transformation.
Wasn't it? But it was a thing where it was like he couldn't do Super Saiyan 3 because his kid body couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but even Super Saiyan 1, like Super Saiyan 1, if we're gonna go like power scale,
Yeah.
that's a 50 times multiplier. That's really strong. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just so much of this shit is like retarded.
The fucking baby arc too, like dude, it's like a golden gorilla. Like it's like I don't fucking know. Like, and then the only good part about it is Super Saiyan 4 is cool. Like, I wish Super Saiyan 4 was Super Saiyan 3 because you're going back to like being a Saiyan and having a tail.
Yeah, and I think it's
Like you're like connecting to the roots. Like it's no longer just like you're a human.
Yeah.
You know?
I've always thought Super Saiyan 4 looked badass. I do like Baby. I like Baby until he becomes Grade 8 Baby, because that shit's retarded. Because that's literally just like, oh, let's do what they did in the Saiyan Saga, but it's dumber now.
Yeah, there is some good creepy stuff with them. To me, this is still D. This is the worst of D.
Yeah. Also, L for giving Vegeta a mustache. That was retarded.
Oh, him having a stash. I forgot he had a stash. That's
He had it for a
legit.
bit, and then he finally shaved it
Yeah.
because his daughter kept shitting on him.
Oh my god. Next on the Android 17 arc.
That one, I think that is an F tier.
That's F, dude.
Absolutely terrible. It makes, like, I don't even want
It doesn't even make sense. Out of
None
all
of
the
it makes
androids to
sense.
bring back, it's him.
Yeah, and it's 17
He wasn't
plus-
even the strong one.
So 17 plus 17, Android's weaker than Cell at this point. Create something that's stronger than Baby? Like, what? Like, how?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's honestly, I'm trying to even remember it. I didn't even watch this like that many years ago. It's just forgettable. Like, to me, this arc's like completely forgettable.
Yeah. The only
What
thing-
happened in this arc?
Apparently the doctor that made Baby was sent to hell, and then in hell, even though in hell you're supposed to be like tortured or not even given a proper body, but whatever, they got to keep their bodies. So
The
Dr.
anime's
Jerome-
kind of busted with that shit, though.
Yeah, they're
GT's,
super inconsistent. But so they get together and they're like, let's make another Android 17, and we'll send him to Earth somehow, and he'll fuse with the other 17, and then they'll be strong enough to destroy Goku somehow. It's like actually retarded, like actually remedial. Like I can't even stand how dumb that is.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate this arc. I don't think it's entertaining at all. Even the way like Goku wins is like, it's kind of like calls back to like King Piccolo a little bit, I guess.
He does the Great Ape Fist thing.
Yeah. I
move,
think it's.
But it's like whatever.
Yeah, it does the GT thing where it's like there's just the story in like background isn't there. It feels so forced. I don't get it. This arc is a complete callback. To me, it's bad.
Yo, what's up, Toxic?
F for sure. It's as bad as it gets.
My feeling when Super 17 flips his hair for the 1 millionth time.
He did do that a lot. Yeah.
Dude, how are you gonna have him flip his hair like he's supposed to be like an attractive character? And
like he's a boy band and
he
his
doesn't
chin's
have
huge.
he doesn't even have eyebrows. He's ugly as hell.
Does he not have eyebrows?
He doesn't have eyebrows.
That's so fucking funny.
Why do powerful characters? I don't understand why that's a trend with Akira Toriyama. Maybe he thinks that makes the characters look more powerful. I don't get it really.
Yeah, he's a robot. Why does he not have eyebrows?
I don't know. Super 17 is so ugly. Actually, true. I'd hang myself using his hair. Based.
This is what is this called? I don't know what this arc's called. It's like the Dragon Balls with all the dragons.
It's the Shadow Dragon Saga. It has Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron being the only cool thing about the entire arc. Oh, and
I actually like the concept of this arc a lot. The concept's good.
The concept's good. It's just all
like the Dragon Balls are broken.
Most of the dragons are terrible. They suck. The only good dragons are the Nova and I forget the name of the ice one. Those two are really cool.
Dude, what about the fat one when they're in the swamp?
The mole one?
Yeah.
That's no, I don't like it.
Come on, the mole guy.
I don't even know his name.
It's and then this is where you get Gogeta too, dude.
The ending.
Can I just say
decent.
it? Like all of GT feels like they're just trying to sell me toys, bro. I don't know.
Literally, yeah. I do like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I remember playing as him in Budokai 3, and he was so
dude, when you
fast.
can secretly unlock him, bro.
Dude, when you use the Big Bang Kamehameha times 100, that's the most hype shit you can do in the game, honestly.
Yeah. It's like this is the one concept in of GT where I thought the concept was good and the execution's just poor.
Yeah.
Like I think the concept here is better than like all of the Cell arc, but I just think it's just none of it never hits its stride, like ever. It never feels natural.
I do like Omega Shenron though. Like when he gets all 7 Dragon Balls. I always thought
yeah.
Kind of cool. But that's all he is. He's cool. He doesn't have any character.
No, he doesn't have any character. Like, dude, again, it's hard for me to place this, like...
He has
like, I would place this top of F, maybe.
I kind of think it's better than the Black Star Saga, at least.
Really?
Well, he does... Goku gets to do that universal...
It feels like Dragon Ball Z. So, alright, I can do that.
Yeah.
It actually feels like Dragon Ball Z, which is kind of nice.
And I kind of like the ending where, like, Goku's, like, he's given his life
up.
Now he's gonna train with the dragon.
GT has the best ending in any thing, where you aren't sure, like, did he die, did he not? He, like, fights with Krillin one last time on the beach.
That is actually really wholesome, like, seeing them fight.
To me, like, dude, like, this is by far the best ending to any Dragon Ball thing. You sold me. It's definitely better than that.
Yeah.
Than the Black Star Saga. Yeah, the ending's fantastic. Like the problem with GT is like it just feels like incoherent and super rushed, and Dragon's Ball's popular, so let's fucking do it.
You can feel that Akira Toriyama did not have direct involvement. He was just like, I'll make the characters, you guys make the story. And it's just like...
But the ending was spectacular.
The ending was good. And the fight against Omega Shenron is good. I will maintain that. I do like that attack where he like makes his spikes go through Goku is like quite brutal, especially considering it's kid body Goku getting impaled. It's like, oh shit, Jesus. And one more thing I will give to GT, the opening, not the American one, with GT World Tour, not that horrible song, but the Dan Dan Kokoro song, the Japanese opening.
Yeah.
it's literally one of my favorite like Japanese songs ever, and it's one of my favorite openings from the Dragon Ball stuff. I actually so I always open the stream up with songs related to whatever we're talking about. So I opened up with Chala Head Chala, and I opened up with the Dragon Ball Super opening, and I am gonna close this stream with Dan Dan Kokoro. That song,
Yeah, no, it's
that
a
song is the
nostalgic
best
song.
thing in GT. I love that song. Step
Yeah,
into the Grand
it's a
Tour,
shame
yeah.
because I do vibe hard with the ending. It is, you know, I don't know. At least that arc does have some highs in it, and the
Yeah.
Black Star I think has some highs in it too. 17 I don't feel like does it all, or does the rest of this shit.
There's literally only one scene I can think of in 17 that is a high for me, and that's when 18 gets mad over 17 killing Krillin. That's just a good scene, but that's literally the only thing that I like in the entirety of the saga. And that's just because I like Krillin in 18.
Yeah, Krillin looks really fucking weird in GT.
Well, that's because of his the hair they gave him in the Buu
They
saga.
gave him like fucking weird hair, and then they turned him into literally old gray man with a mustache.
Oh, I will say about Krillin having hair, he actually does get good hair in Super. I don't know why it was
His hair is good.
Hair.
His hair is pretty good.
Okay, so now we're on to Super, which Super starts off actually really strong in my opinion.
I feel like the movie starts off strong.
Oh no, the movie.
I feel like Super
caveat
does
that.
start off strong. I take that back. I like it. I like this first arc. I think it's really fun to be back in the like Dragon Ball world where you see like Goku farming and just the characters interacting and Goten and everything. It feels really good.
I will say the biggest flaw I have with it is, so the movie for God of Destruction, I don't like how they redid the movie in the anime, because they just redid the movie worse in my opinion. They even made Vegeta worse too, because in the movie Vegeta doesn't have any like evidence of him like, because the whole thing is the Buu saga ended with Vegeta being like, I accept, you're the best, Goku.
Yeah.
Right? But in the movie, there's no evidence that he's gone back on that. In Super, he's like, the first scene, he's like, I need to train to get better than Kakarot. And it's like, wait, what? We went through this. So I think the anime makes it worse. And the same thing goes with the Golden Frieza movie, although there are problems with that movie.
That movie's terrible, bro.
Yes, there are a lot of issues with that movie. But let's go back to God of Destruction, because that's actually I loved that movie when I saw it.
Beerus is great. Beerus makes the whole series. He's the reason it's fucking there. To me, this is, I mean, is it A?
I think it is A. Because like,
it's definitely better than everything in B.
Because it comes, the way it really just rubber bands off of GT, and it's like, here we go, we're gonna try this one more time, and it's like, damn, what an awesome way to come back.
And like the My Bulma scene and like
I love
everything.
that
The fact that Goku loses again, he hasn't lost anything in fucking forever. To me, like, yeah, this is it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good to me as those other ones, but it's up there. It's there.
We'll put
it's
it
in
below
the tier.
other two, but yeah, it definitely belongs in A. Golden Frieza.
Oh, fucking this arc is balls, bro.
There's a lot of negatives, so I just want to talk about the few things I do like about it. I do like Golden Frieza. I actually warmed up to the design after a while.
I like Golden Frieza.
I really like the Super Saiyan Blue look, and it's probably because I'm biased because I like the color blue. That's literally the only reason. But
When
I do
it
like
came
how it
out,
looks.
I was sort of like, what the fuck? We're like popsicles now? We're like every fucking color?
No, that's fair.
And then like it just came out of nowhere. Like they just are it. Like there was no like...
Well, I think that isn't the explanation that it's the God form, but with Super Saiyan stacked on top.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, like, it doesn't, you know, to me, it did feel like it's just, like, there. Like, I guess I felt like there would be more to it than just he can fucking do that, you know?
I thought the original God form was a little disappointing. Like, it looks kind of like Kaioken, is what I thought.
Yeah, I liked it, but, also with the Frieza arc, what's another good thing is Frieza's back, and Frieza feels good. Like, it feels good to see him again. His version of Hell was amazing.
That was hilarious. And
his army, like struggling and like to exist still and like control the Empire. Fucking cool, dude. It's really good.
It's Super Saiyan God Super. I refuse to call it Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. It's Super Saiyan Blue. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
It that. I
Or
will.
it's Super Saiyan God. I call
feel
that
like
shit too.
some people feel it's contrived. I think it does make sense that if Frieza is a being that's never trained in his whole life, I think it does, even though it's a stretch, I do think it makes sense that him training for a little bit of time would be enough for him to catch up.
I don't like that he's never trained, but I like the idea that it's like he's taking it seriously again. I wish they didn't say he never trained, because how the fuck are you just naturally the most strong ever?
Well, I think he said, didn't he say like his training was his father beating him or something like that?
Did he say that? That's fucking
Something like
hilarious.
that. I think that's why he beats that Tagoma guy, and that's why that guy becomes like indestructible.
Yeah, that guy becomes a beast. Like, what'd you think about fucking Captain Ginyu coming back?
I hated that.
I hated it too.
I'm happy Ginyu just being a fucking frog forever. That's fine. That's perfectly fine ending for him.
Yeah, I didn't like that he came back. What'd you think about like the Universe Space Police? I kind of love them.
Oh, Jocko?
Jocko, yeah.
I do like that Akira Toriyama was able, because I like when he did the Aurelie episode. I know a lot of people don't like that. I like Aurelie. Aurelie is funny. I remember Aurelie from Dragon Ball when she shows up there. I like when Akira Toriyama grabs his other characters and is able to incorporate them into Dragon Ball. So I like Jocko. He's cool.
What I like is it's Dragon Ball has not done world building since the Frieza arc to me at this point. Or my bad, at the Buu arc. The Buu arc did it with the gods, right? With like the Kais and stuff. So to me it's like fun that there was a lot of universe building of like what did happen to Frieza's empire after he died. Like clearly it wouldn't just disappear, you know, like I like that there is stuff going on. They do the sneaky stuff. The problem to me is the fucking ending fight is shit. When Frieza shows up with his army, literally everybody in the Frieza force fucking dies. There's nobody, like they kill everybody, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that Goku just gets shot with the fucking like laser and loses. That's like, to me, like, what are we doing? He was shot with a gun as a kid and it didn't affect him, you know?
Yeah, like I think people like to make the excuse, oh, when he got shot with a gun as an adult, it did scratch him. And it's like, I'm sure there are moments where it's kind of like, if he doesn't brace himself to get hurt, he like when fucking Krillin throws a rock at his head and he's like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, if you're not braced up for something, it might hurt you, but to take him out like that, and he's in the middle of a fight, so why wouldn't his guard be up anyways?
Kind of did bum me out, like, Vegeta, too, didn't get the finishing...
That's the one thing
like,
I wanted
vengeance,
from the movie.
And it, like, ends with, like them having to revert time. It's like, why, like, alright, if you're gonna introduce the concept, I'm there, but it's, like, completely ruined the stakes of the fight.
Yeah, and the
fight was not that good.
No,
I'm gonna say
wasn't.
the animation, everything, it's not there. It's low quality.
The one thing I wanted when I first saw that the movie was announced, the first thing that came into my head is now Vegeta can finally get revenge on Frieza, and like, you know, like that's the one thing I wanted, and then they take that from him, and it's like so garbage. Like I hated that a lot of this movie I don't like.
There's a lot even with the arc I fucking hate. There's like even like with like fucking like it just feels like Piccolo and Gohan and everybody else like they're so fucking useless at this point. Like why? You know, TN, like everything. To me this is F, bro. This is trash. Yeah. Also, like to me like the world building's there, so like okay, maybe we could put it in D. All right.
Where's the Omega Shenron Saga is right there in D tier.
Is it as bad as that? It's as bad as that. Put it as D, bro.
Yeah, I'll put it in D. I don't think it's F tier, but
yeah, it's not F, but it is bad. I don't like it.
By the way, shout out to Wolston Gaming. That's my other singer in my band.
Hell yeah.
Great guy.
Hell yeah. Oh, this is the first universe. This is the universe tournament, the first one.
This tournament has a lot of ups and downs for me.
To me, it's fucking fantastic. There's like Winnie the Pooh in it and shit. Like,
oh yeah, there's Winnie the Pooh. Dude,
I like it. To me, this is like a solid B, like her C.
Give me a second. I need to fix my HDMI cable because it's knocked out my screen now.
No, all good. Yeah, like Hit's fucking awesome. Like Goku loses again, which is kind of sick.
I was there.
Kaioken on the blue.
The thing is, there's like a lot of disappointing things for me. Is the thing like
what?
Well, Frost turning out to be a bad guy was like a part of me saw it coming, which is what I didn't like, because I was like, oh, can there be a good guy in this race? And it's like, no, they're just inherently evil I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't love that he was cheating. Piccolo got kind of done dirty.
I think that's the only thing I didn't like. Oh, I didn't like that Majin Buu didn't get to be like in the tournament because he failed a fucking test. That's the thing is like I'm always been a
It's kind of fun though.
It's funny, but the thing is what hurts even more is when they do that again in the Universal Survival arc. But we'll get to that. But
yeah,
I guess those are my only big complaints. For the most part, I do like it. I love the shit between Vegeta and Kaba. That's really, really good.
Yeah, I hate how they fucking look. Like, the Universe 6 Saiyans all look fucking, like, so thin and frail and shit.
Well, that's because the animation in Super is just...
Yeah, I don't really love that. But, yeah, man, I think this arc is class. I think this is really fucking good. I love the tone, everything. Like, to me, this is...
I think it's B tier.
Is this B? Is it A? It's not A. It's B. To me, it's top of B.
Top of B? More than the Cell Saga?
I like it more than the Cell Saga.
Alright. Yeah, Frost should have been a good guy. I just wanted to see a good Frieza.
Oh, this fucking next arc is trash, bro.
Evolution tier. Actually bad. Let me put this back, actually. Actual trash.
I mean, there is entertaining stuff where it's like, there's like Space Amazon and shit like that. I don't know if I would put it F.
It just feels like out of all the arcs here, it just feels like the most useless arc in the entire series.
But it's still fun. Like, Vegeta finally gets to fight Goku, so like in a way, so Vegeta's like cheering on the other Vegeta as he's fighting Goku.
Well, that again that's actually a bad point for me because I'm like, Vegeta's supposed to be past the whole trying to be better than Goku.
It's the Ocean dub Vegeta, dude. It's the the fucking OG voice actor.
All right, how about this? We'll flip it with the Super 17 Saga.
No, put 17F.
Okay.
What was in Evolution before? Literally Dragon Ball Evolution, right?
No, I just put General Blue Saga.
Yeah, I fucking like it more than like the Dragon Ball Z ending in 17 for sure. It's at least entertaining. Those other arcs suck.
I don't think it is entertaining personally.
Really? Okay. All right. We could split the difference. Put it at the bottom of that then.
Okay. You know what? I'll put it between these two.
Okay.
I'll put it between those two. Are we gonna count the Goo Vegeta mini? No, that is the Goo Vegeta mini arc.
That is Goo Vegeta, yeah.
It's no, I can't think of a good pun. Whatever. Y'all put GT really low on this because GT is not fucking good. That's
GT is actually trash.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's actually garbage.
But I love it. I mean, it's not like it's devoid of anything good. We did talk about the good things, but it's like, there's just too many bad things.
There is good, but it's like, dude, you're talking about like fucking fine champagnes here with the rest of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, and then it's like GT's like your fucking bottom shelfer.
Yeah, the problem with GT is we have to compare it to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's like, I mean, it's kind of unfair to GT. Like, it's kind of like if GT existed as its own anime and it was devoid of having to be connected from anything Dragon Ball related, I think it'd be like a mid anime. Like, it wouldn't be that bad.
You're talking about the most iconic parts of television ever, you know, and then GT.
Yeah. Future Trunks. So there was so much potential with this arc.
Dude, there's so much good. Like, this thing is like 90% good. And then the ending is so bad. The ending is basically they lose.
The ending is they lose. The fact that like they have to keep going to the hyperbolic time chamber and then they destroy it for some reason. The horse shit.
There's the po-po pun in this though.
I have always hated with all my heart the horse shit with the rules of the fusion where it's like, oh well, now that you're too strong, your fusion doesn't last as long. I hated when they did it with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And I hate it when they do it here. When he's just like, oh, we have the Potara earrings. They're supposed to be fused forever. And it's like, no, you're too powerful. It doesn't work. Now, so Trunks, who's never learned the Spirit Bomb, now he gets to use the Spirit Sword attack, I guess. It's like...
Yeah, no training for it at all, dude.
My liking Kid Trunks is sus. It is sus. Mai and Trunks' relationship is quite sus.
Oh, it is pretty sussy because she's like actually 50 years old.
Yeah, she's like mentally like in her 40s or 50s, and he's like actually a kid. Which means like when they're adults, she's like mentally 70 and he's like 20, which is
Yeah. But I like that they kind of do like the Dragon Ball Bridge reference with Mr. Popo.
yeah.
Trunks is good. I like there's that hilarious scene where like where Trunks is like, wait, don't shoot, that man is in black.
Yes, I was gonna say that's literally the
so iconic, dude. It's actually fucking really good. Like the arc's overall really good. Just the ending.
Zamasu
The ending
as a
is just
character.
everyone's dead and the universe is over.
Zamasu as a character was really, really cool. Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole concept of a god being like, well, why are we protecting these things? They're so like flawed and terrible.
And the
Like,
fact that he betrayed the other gods and his
When I-
master is fucking
When
cool.
I think about it, Zamasu is what Perfect Cell could have been. Like Perfect Cell, they could have had Cell's goal be to kill Goku, and when he becomes perfect, it also makes him like mentally perfect. So he's just like, oh, the reason I want to destroy everything is because it's not perfect, rather than I just want to destroy everything because no reason.
Yeah, man. I like even like Goku Black and like fighting Vegeta and Vegeta like Goku Black beating him and him being like, yeah, he still ain't it, dude. It's like fucking so good, and Vegeta coming back and fucking him up.
Yes.
Great, man.
Goku,
So there's so much good. The ending is just so terrible.
yeah, and then the Super Saiyan Rose comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's like why Rose? It's just like because it looks good, I guess.
Oh, it's
I mean-
fucking pink. You're a fucking Crayola box, bro.
Well, pink does look good with black. I won't deny that, but it is it's so okay.
Yeah, dude, what do you think of the fucking ending is just everyone's dead. Like
Yeah.
Trunks' whole universe is over. They're all dead.
and
That's it.
and they don't even give a fuck. They're like, well, looks like we could continue on with our lives.
Yeah, and
It's
then
like,
they just leave, bro.
What are you
They just
talking
leave.
about?
Everything lose. They literally lose, and it's just like, well, everyone's dead and everyone you love is gone. And Trunks is like, act like they won. Trunks is like, well, it was great, guys. I'm heading off. It's like, what do you mean?
oh yeah, Goku forgetting the seal of the Mafuba, dude. I think this saga has the most contrivances of any of the sagas. Like, oh, we've
Yeah,
got
the
the Mafuba.
Dragon Ball Super literally makes Goku like a fucking idiot.
Like actually, like before he was just kind of like a little airheaded, but he was never dumb.
Dude, before in Z, Goku's like a fighting savant. He's like the greatest to ever do it. Like he sees stuff and he understands it and he can do the Kamehameha right from seeing it. And like he's literally the smartest fighter ever, where he just understands shit and he could see somebody and know how fucking good they are, like with Gohan and all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And then and then he's just a country boy on top of it. Like that's all he was, right?
Yeah,
And now it's like literally he's so dumb he needs everything explained to him. He doesn't understand anything.
He doesn't know what kissing is. So that means
Yeah.
he never. So he's fucked his wife multiple times, but he's never kissed her.
Yeah, I like it. Like part of it's fun because it's like I feel like this is the only way you could take it, like is to more of like a comedic over the top realm. Like it's weird. They kind of like became abridged in a way.
Yeah, in a way. That line made me like, that line is similar to the way I felt about him being like, oh yeah, I haven't been around for 10 years. It's like, you've never kissed your wife? Chi-Chi hasn't tried to kiss you before? I know that's not true.
There's no
shot.
way.
There's no
Yeah.
shot. Dude, Chi-Chi was fucking stalking him in Dragon Ball. Like, she was obsessed. There's no shot she didn't kiss Goku before. And
Oh
Vegeta,
no! Like the ending of this arc ruins everything for me.
bro, that moment when you
It
realize
makes me just
Vegeta's-
feel so sour about this whole thing.
That moment when you realize Vegeta's a better dad and husband than Goku. Like, bruh moment.
Yeah, would you?
Piccolo's
Is
a
it-
better dad than Goku. And that's the meme, but it's true.
Is it C? I guess it's C.
I think it is.
Here's the thing, dude. There's a lot of good here. There's a lot of good.
I do think it's better.
There's an
than-
overwhelming amount of good. Like, the Boo arc is mostly bad, but it ends well. Here's the problem, dude. The ending matters with shows, and to me, the ending is so bad here.
You know, I think a fitting place for it is right next to the Android Saga.
Alright, let's do it.
Let's put it. I'll put it. I still think.
Dude, I feel like, is there more good here in the ending Like, is it justified above the Kid Buu arc? Yeah, it is. Kid Buu arc sucks.
Yeah, there's
The
a lot of
ending's
bad.
just good.
The ending,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm content with that.
the
What is
universe
this
survival
next one?
arc.
Is this universe?
That's
This is the
universe
final
tournament.
arc.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Z. This is A or Z. This is A or Z.
The thing is like, I think the arc was way too long, and there's
Really long. There is flaws in this arc.
a
for
lot
sure.
of it because it is so long. But there's so many great moments too. I liked all the training stuff actually leading up to it when they're picking the members.
Mhm.
I will say I actually got unironically triggered when they fucking had Boo sleep. And again,
Yeah, but he's too OP, bro. You can't have
That's why I
him.
want to see him fight. I'm like, holy shit, he has Super Boo's body. Oh my god, I want to see what this guy could do. He slept.
This arc dunks
Okay.
on Yamcha so hard they like just don't invite him.
Yeah.
He like
Well-
lives in his shitty homeless apartment. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yamcha's like, oh yeah, does the baseball thing happen during this arc or before? Like,
I think that happens in Z, right?
No, because Beerus was around for the baseball thing.
Oh, dude, you're totally right. And he actually gets the home run and he gets blown up and he's still in the.
He does the fucking pose. From
Yeah,
the
the same pose.
You know, you could get a fucking
Yeah,
like a.
dude.
You could get like a figurine of Yamcha in that pose.
How about how Boo becomes Chad Boo?
That's what I was saying. It's like, damn, holy shit, he looks like Super Boo
He,
now. Like,
he's too OP, bro. How about how they like even the fight with like Krillin getting powered up is so good. Like it's so
oh yeah,
solid.
the fight between Krillin and I think it
And
was
Goku on the
and
rooftop.
Goku as well. Like,
I don't really love Gohan's kind of the one thing where I like don't really love his thing with here.
no, yeah.
Like his
But I
training,
think-
he just feels like it's like just done
Dude,
in a snap.
when Krillin uses the super solar flare, that shit was wild.
Yeah.
Like that does feel like the logical next step for that ability to also block out like key detection. Like,
Yeah. So, dude, to me, like, and like the ending is so fucking good. Like, it's Frieza and Goku, and 17 wins it, so it subverts expectations, but they still win. It's not just Goku winning it. Like, man, dude, to me, this is Z. This is as good as it gets, dude. This is so good.
I don't think it's Z, personally.
What do you
Like,
think?
I think considering the flaws and everything, I think it's at A. I'm cool with it being at the top of A, but I don't think it just I just don't think it reaches Piccolo Jr., Vegeta, Frieza.
Let's put it under King Piccolo then.
Okay, I think that's fair.
All right, Broly, this is the movie. This movie is maybe the best Dragon Ball movie ever.
I think it is. Like, I love Fusion Reborn. I actually like Wrath of
Fusion Be Born is
Dragon.
fantastic.
I like parts of the old Broly movies, but what's great about this is it takes Broly, gives him a actual good backstory, gives him it's some of the best action in the entirety of Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they get so powerful that they literally transition to like another universe.
Dude, they're basically in like fighting in like the Windows like idle screen. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I was like, my friends were like, because I do watch a lot of like power scaling stuff, and my friends were like, what happened there? Because I actually got confused, and I told them, I think that's trying to represent that they're like, they've gone beyond like there's different scales of power. They're like fourth dimensional basically. Like they've gone beyond what is capable of handling in this.
You got like
dimension.
the best bad guy ever being Frieza, you know, like being there and just being amazing.
Have you seen the meme of Frieza goes, holy shit, Broly wilding, or he says this N-word wilding or something like that?
No, I haven't.
If anyone knows that meme in chat, if you can put that in chat, I gotta show it to Willie. That shit's awesome. There's
Yeah,
a
this
lot
is-
of great stuff.
No, it's like here's the thing. It's not arc. It's a movie, but I mean, it's the best. It's Z. I'd put it's easy Z.
I think it is Z. I think it is the best in Super.
But it's like here's the like movies to me like kind of are, you know, it's different than a whole fucking arc, right?
I could see them like what they did with Battle of Gods, turning it into a saga, which I kind of don't want them to do because every time they've done it, it's been worse. But
Yeah, it has been worse.
But I am hyped for Broly. I don't know if you saw the newest movie that came out this year.
I did, dude. I would put that Z2. Those are the two best Dragon Ball movies to ever come
See,
out.
I actually didn't really like it.
What would you not like about it?
I think everything regarding Cell I did not like.
Oh, I didn't love that. Like, it didn't even really make sense that he was like just like this crazy monster.
I
I
think
agree, but I liked everything else, and it still wasn't bad. It's still good.
I also
And it was the funniest movie they've ever made.
I think the problems I had with the movie were all literally just like visual wise, like not
Yeah,
just the
visual
art
wise,
style.
I agree.
Art style, I didn't care for it either, but I actually don't like Piccolo's new form. I like that he has a new form. Actually, I wouldn't mind if he had the coloring. I just don't like and how bulky he is.
I don't like how he's like fucking Chad face King Slug.
Yes, that face.
Yeah.
It makes him. It makes him look like Lord Slug. And Goku.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Gohan. Gohan's new form.
It's terrible, bro. What is that?
His hair, dog. Bro.
Dude, I was like, is he Ultra Instinct? What the fuck is happening there? I didn't like that either, dude.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have mind. Again, the colors are cool, but what is going? I think the reason they had his hair be that big is so he would look like Super Saiyan 2 Kid Gohan, but he's not a kid. Don't give him. That
I wish, bro,
Outrageous.
he would have just been fucking. Like the whole point is that he just make it back to like he's back to being like an ultimate form. I didn't need a new form. There's so many forms.
They should have just given him Super Saiyan 4. Actually, I would not have been against that at all. If Gohan of all people got Super Saiyan 4,
then I'm cool. I liked Piccolo too. Piccolo, I like that Piccolo got like caught up a little bit because he's like one of the coolest characters. I like that this didn't have anything to do with the Saiyans. The ending was fun. How it's like Goku and Vegeta like punching each other out.
Yeah, I do like it. Basically became like a kaiju movie at the end because of Cell.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Why did they? One thing I was telling my friends is like, why did they pick the worst form of Cell to bring back?
Yeah, they did. They really did.
Think they would pick the perfect Cell, right? Because that's the strongest one.
Well, I don't think he was ready, right?
Yeah, I guess that's why.
It's like in the chamber.
I would have just preferred imperfect Cell then. I
would prefer it if he wasn't so goddamn big.
That is also weird. Like, why is he a giant? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I do like the other two guys. I forget their names now. I think the name of the movie is retarded though.
They were just like 1 and 2. I like that it didn't have to do with Vegeta and Goku. Too.
Hold on. I think someone sent me the video. Let me see. That's not it. But yeah, I guess I don't hate the movie or anything like that. There was certain things that just bugged me when I saw it the first time. Maybe if I saw it again, I'd like more things or like less things.
Dude, I thought it was a fucking goated movie.
It was super nostalgic though, that was for sure.
Broly, look! Niggas be wildin'!
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, so to me, like, I fucking love that shit. But I don't know. I think this is a good list. Is there anything you'd change?
Let me go through this again. So Frieza makes sense, Vegeta makes sense, Piccolo makes sense, Broly makes sense.
If I were to change anything, I'd put the Saiyan Saga above Frieza.
You know what?
But that's just me. Frieza's the more epic one, but it's just so sound. The Saiyan Saga.
I feel like
we
these
could
two
leave
together,
it. Let's leave it.
But the one thing I will say is these two together make each other as good as they are, to be fair.
They do. It's like the only time where it's like it doesn't feel like we're necessarily going to like a new saga. It just feels like it flows right in and just makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these other sagas just feel so try hard to me, you know?
True. I think overall this is a great. I've heard these two sagas in the manga are really good, and I do want to read them eventually. But yeah, pretty good. So yeah,
like the Red Ribbon Army coming back to be the androids, just trash.
Oh yeah.
I think this is great, dude. I don't think there's a single thing I'd change here.
The Saiyan Saga power creep to Frieza saga was well done. Yeah, no, yeah.
Is the Garlic Jr. arc too high?
I don't think so, because Baby Saga.
I don't think so either, man. It's kind of crazy that all of GT is worse than the Garlic Jr. arc, but I guess it's true.
I mean, all of GT, I would say, is just worse than Z. Like, and I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with Super, I think it makes sense that it is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, dude. Part of me fucking, like, have you watched Game of Thrones?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, the ending of Game of Thrones is so bad. It makes Game of Thrones was the best television I've ever watched, right?
That's what I've heard.
But the ending is so bad, it makes me hate the rest of the show, which is a shame. That's kind of how I feel about that Future Trunks arc. So you've been seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's such a tragedy, dude.
So yeah, we've reached the end of this list. I think I'll check Twitter to see if anyone has a question for you.
Yeah, check. I think, yeah, this is a goated list. I think this is great.
I think so too. By the way, if anyone in chat wants to ask Willie any questions, just go to the tweet linked that's pinned and ask away. All right, question for you and Willie. Who is your fave Dragon Ball character, and which character has your fave design and why? I'll let you go first on that.
My favorite Dragon Ball character. See, I'm such a basic bitch. It's hard not for me not to say like Goku. You know, just because he's like the personality, everything. It just drives the show. He meets new people. He's kind of this happy-go-lucky guy. He fucks shit up. You know, he's to me like the show like does not exist without him to a degree. You know. In terms of like design though, I love Frieza. I think Frieza's like the best bad guy ever. Like in almost anything. You know, any terms of any like cartoon, anime, anything, Frieza's like the coolest bad guy.
All right.
Entitled Space Hitler.
Basically, yeah, he is basically Space Hitler.
Yeah, it's like so fun. Like it's awesome.
To the Saiyans as well.
Yeah, his like army of goons was great. The Ginyu Force, it's all so fun. All of it's so good.
I think my favorite character, I said before, it was Krillin. I always liked the underdog characters, and Krillin's like always pretty much the underdog. I really enjoyed. I think the way they treated him in Super was really good because he got to catch up to the point where he was even stronger than 18, which was awesome.
Really? Is he stronger than 18?
Yeah, I think at some point during the Universal Tournament, there's like a fight where Krillin actually has to take on the fight for 18.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think he's a lot stronger than her. I think they're neck and neck, but he has caught up in a big way. I've always liked Krillin's personality, and he's also really funny a lot. And then
Krillin's the man, dude.
Design-wise, I do think
there's a lot of good design, like Future Trunks.
A lot of the characters are really well designed. I think I do like Broly though. I've always loved the first time I ever saw Broly wasn't even in the movie. It was in the Dragon Ball Sagas game because you could unlock Broly as like a secret character.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is
New
this
Broly or old Broly?
Old Broly, but I like New Broly's design more. So I guess I'd pick New Broly. But the first
old
time I saw
Broly
him,
was weird. He had like social anxiety.
Mike standing by his fellow twerking. That's the other reason I like Krillin. We're both short. I relate to that. Very relatable. Although I think Krillin might be shorter than me. Actually, I don't know. Because Goku's actually really tall. I think he's like 6'5".
Is he? Yeah, I guess makes sense.
Do you know how tall Piccolo is? He's 7'2".
No way, really?
Yeah, I think I remember reading that somewhere, and I was like, holy shit. But yeah, no. I've always liked Broly's design. I love the way he fights is so brutal. Like, I remember seeing when he grabs Goku's face and he grinds it against the ground. It's like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I've always, he's just so animalistic. But yeah, those are my... Teddy asks, question for Willie. Why? And that's the end of the question.
Why the dragon? Dude, if you grew up on fucking in America and you were watching television, Toonami and all that shit back in the day, dude, this is the shit.
Yeah.
This is the shit. I feel like every boy as a kid grew up and fucking loved this shit. I don't know a single friend of mine that didn't, you know?
Yeah. And
Plus, when they come out with new shit, I don't care if it's good or bad. It's like, I'm so nostalgic to it, it just makes me feel like a kid again. So I'm always in.
Oh yeah, like even if the new movie would have been terrible, the thing with Dragon Ball is that like even with GT was bad. But it wasn't so bad that it would make me not like. It wasn't as bad as like the Star Wars sequels, for example, or what's going on with Marvel now, which is just really bad, I think, at this point. Or the Disney remakes. Like there are certain things that are so bad that it'll make me not want to participate in whatever product it is. But Dragon Ball Z's never been so consistently bad that I just like, yeah, I can't watch Dragon Ball anymore. They've totally ruined it.
Yeah.
Which is actually really good considering how long it's been around. I think Dragon Ball came out in 86, so it's almost gonna
That
be...
fucking old, Jesus, man.
Yeah, I think the first manga came out in 86, or maybe I'm getting that mixed with Dr. Slump. Let me look it up right now, actually, because I am curious now. Dragon Ball, not the Sagas, just the anime. 84, actually. So it came out in 84, so in 2 years it'll be the 40-year anniversary.
It's still coming out today. Pretty incredible.
What do you two think of Wakanda Forever? I thought it was okay.
I didn't watch it. I'm not a superhero guy. Like, to me, like, all that shit's kind of lame. It's not lame, but it's just like, how many times can I watch a superhero be like, man, I'm so awesome. I just have so much responsibility. I don't know what to do with it. Like, how many times can I see that?
Let's not. Well, I don't want to get into a back and forth about superheroes because I can't even defend it now. So I've always been a big fan of the MCU, but Phase 4, basically everything after Endgame, I was going through because I like to rank all of the movies and rate them. Because I'm big into like reviewing movies. Like, my friends actually don't like it most of the time when we watch a movie because I'll look into the movie like in depth and be like, oh, these are the good things, the bad things. So they don't care for that. But not that I hold it against them. I get most people just want to watch a movie and move on. But I like to look into a movie. So I was actually a big defender of the MCU because even though most of it was like kind of whatever, there were some really good movies. Like Iron Man's really good. The original Avengers is really good. Infinity War, Civil War. Those are all like actually really good
I
movies.
watched them when they're like a cultural phenomenon. Like, Infinity War was like so fucking big.
Yeah, and that movie's unironically really good.
Yeah,
But
it's
then,
amazing.
So Phase 4, out of everything that's come out, and this phase has had the most shit to come out ever because of all the TV shows. All the TV shows, quality-wise, are either at the best okay and at the worst terrible. All of the movies except for 2 are either, again, okay or terrible, with the only good movie being No Way Home, and Wakanda Forever is a little better than okay. And then there was 2 specials that came out. There was the Guardians of the Galaxy special. That was actually pretty good. And Werewolf by Night. That was pretty good. Everything else has been so fucking mid or terrible. And it's like, at this point, it's like, I can't defend any of this shit. It's actually bad. But anyways, I think we'll close off the stream here. Thank you so much for joining me, WillyMac.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Mike.
Of course. Anytime.
Yeah, take it easy, buddy.
Peace out, man. Shout out to WillyMac for joining us. Big shout out to him. Really appreciate him coming on for this episode. I had a lot of fun. I hope he did as well. We're going to close this off now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to end with Dandan Kokoro. Starting this Thursday, December 1st, we are going with daily streams, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. EST. Fridays will be the same, drinking streams. Missed most of the stream, but I liked that ending. Yay. The great thing about my streams is, unless I get copyright struck, which I normally don't, you can watch them at any time. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I just had a lot of fun just talking about Dragon Ball Z. And WillyMac, actually, I didn't get to mention this. WillyMac was actually the first in the community. Before I was even involved in making parodies or anything like that, he's the first guy that I talked to. I actually did a song for him a long time ago for his show. WillyMac's always been super cool to me. Super good guy. So, yeah. Shout out to WillyMac. Awesome dude. And his videos are fucking awesome. I've always loved his videos. So, it was pretty awesome to have him on, unironically. I didn't want to be a big fan while he was on, but, yeah. Love WillyMac. Can't wait to have him on again. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, streaming every day this December, and next Sunday, we're going to have Gokunaru on for a Beatles tier list. So, I hope you guys look forward to that. I just realized I forgot to lower the volume, so I hope the music and Willy weren't too loud for y'all. That's my bad. I need to start remembering to do that. I need to put a post-it note somewhere to remind me. Anyways, here's Dandan Kokoro from GT. Have an awesome night, everybody.